And for the record, he's talking about me. I got mad at him. Also, like, how dare you?
Okay, you may speak. I need to get some music going.
Yeah, you do.
Right,
Are we live?
Yes, we're live. We can.
We're live.
I shall post the link.
Yeah, post the link.
Post the
Oh,
link.
good. You're going to do that. Good.
Yes.
As the fun time begins.
Alright, guys.
So.
Are we live?
Oh, yeah, our voices are on. We are talking to the public, guys.
People speak. I need to know people's volumes.
Hello. Okay, well, if everyone would like to say a little something, I could judge it for Keith.
Oh, yeah, our voices are on. I sound okay.
We
are talking to the public, guys.
Somebody have their volume on their YouTube. I can hear it echoing. I had to mute mine.
I think Keith is a little quiet.
Oh, I'm not watching the stream, so whoever's watching the stream would. It's the one with the.
I sound
double
okay.
sound.
Talking to the public, guys. Oh, dang it!
We have a little bit of feedback here.
I'm hearing an echo.
I think somebody needs to mute their YouTube so we don't hear it too.
I think that was me. I'm sorry. I was listening for the voices.
Right, let's.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for being so patient. We had to figure out some things with our YouTube account and our Discord, so we really appreciate your patience.
We had to swat some Google spiders.
All right, so I think we should introduce ourselves. So go ahead, guys. So everyone knows who we are.
I am Tim J. Campbell. I am the art director for the project.
Then we've got two.
Sorry, just a sec.
Two gentlemen on our chat that are on our stream that are from Europe. Next, tell us about yourself.
My name's Nex. Most of you have heard me in the Discord when I play badly at Sonic Adventure. I'm just sort of a general dog's body, but they dragged me on anyway because they couldn't find anyone else. Ha!
He is an artist for the season comic. He's a little... he's a little humble for his own good.
Mm-hmm.
Extremely talented. Skilled.
Hey, there's Gloria. I was wondering where you vanished to.
Oh, could someone post this link for the music? I'm going to stick it in
Certainly can.
the main chat.
Introduce yourself, Gloria.
Hi everyone, I'm Gloria. I am the director, and I am also the voice of Bunny Rabbit. So, yeah, looking forward to chatting with you guys tonight. Feel free to ask plenty of questions and everything. I look forward to
always love hearing that voice.
Too. Oh, Argentina's in the house. I see some of our Instagram fans that have logged in. One of them, Zero, is from Argentina, and she's always repping our stuff. So it's good to see everybody from around the world here.
Cool. And I'm Kaif from UK, Spain, Germany, Italy. Mostly Italy now. I doodle Sonic moving. And I look over other people's work
Matt.
with red marker pen and
Wow.
say this doesn't work, this works, and then there we go. That's what I do. And now I am going to be doing little funny dances for background characters. So you might know some of these characters and you may not, but they're going to be fun. Where are they? Stick them in now. Plop, 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 plop. I say plop into the program.
Well, hi everybody that's in the chat. Welcome to our live stream. We're doing, we're like trying to do live streams like every other Saturday? Every second Saturday of every month? Is that how we're doing it?
Yep, every second Saturday of every month. Like this 11th Saturday. Oh wait, well, Sunday for me, but whatever.
Yeah, so it's one of our scheduled every second Saturday, every month streams. Little update on our project. We are doing great. We got a few new animators that are just excited to start work for us, and they're doing a great job. The scenes that's coming in, wow. Keith, scenes are coming in looking so good. Guys are doing great over there.
Got some real.
Let's see if anyone can recognize that particular character.
Or the outfit.
People have to say which character they prefer in the chat. Sorry.
Well, we're going to end up with a fight on our hands in that case, especially with two of them.
Two?
Oh, looks like we've got a question, guys. Big one. If you guys saw Bunny crying because the freedom fighters have been fighting and getting mad at each other, and she can't take it anymore because she feels she's in a tug of war between them, ... Attic, I don't think you finished the question.
So yeah, got 1, 2.
I think the question is, what would we do, right? I think that's probably what this person means.
Let me check on this scene. So yeah, I've put the characters on the screen. Let me know which ones you like to see dancing away.
For me to answer that question, I would give her a hug, because Bunny always deserves a hug.
Oh, Fiona Fox.
I'm just going to be awkward. I'm going to say animate the dog, because dog.
Oh, he's going to have a fun... He looks a bit dopey. It'll be a fun cycle. Oh wait, you can do like a hit or something.
Yeah, he has control. You recognize Jennifer's OCs in there. Crystal and Ruby. Love her characters. I asked her personally if we could put them in there. She's very excited for them to be in the episode. I was really excited too. I love Jennifer so much.
I was going to say, if we'd known, we could have tagged her in and dragged her in to have a look. We would have loved it.
Oh, we can still tag, I guess.
So what do you think, guys? Who should Keith animate? Let's get some votes going. Right, we've got Dancing Fiona there from Gino.
Dancing Fiona, okay.
Fiona Fox. One for Fiona Fox.
It's me.
One vote for I Am Mean.
Oh no.
Lazar isn't in this episode.
Funny to me is Porcupine actually looks kind of like a porcupine, and Sonic looks nothing like a hedgehog, and that's just great.
It's all that gel.
Oh, 2 votes for the bird.
Oh, the bird.
Rigo wants Rebecca.
Bird is
Actually, I'm with Rigo on this one. Yes, I demand Rebecca be added.
Oh, yes.
Ooh, three birds.
3 for the birds. Who's Hamlin?
I feel like I've
Hamlin
seen
the
red
pig?
bird before.
So it's either the
I think
bird
that
or
is the
Fiona.
pig.
Oh, we've got another one for Fiona. Fiona's on 3, so he's neck and neck with the bird.
I'll put this video in here to see which characters are actually in this scene.
Got a question. Do you prefer Sally with her blue vest or without it?
I've heard
that
that.
aimed
She's
for?
so fashionable.
That's aimed for all of us.
Okay. Oh, okay, I'll vote. With the vest.
I think I am with Vest too. She's fashionable.
Yeah, less naked.
I think with the vest. Without the vest is fine too, but with the vest is pretty good. Yeah.
It's like
it
Sonic.
completes your look. Without it, she kind of looks a little empty design-wise, so I think the vest is a good addition.
Oh, my program's not responding.
Seem to be okay on the stream so far.
Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, I just checked on the stream, it looks fine, but it's all white on mine. Ah, here we go, got the
Oh, dear.
video now.
Will Dr. Robotnik return? Ah, spoilers, Adam, spoilers.
Thank you, Oisin McP. I don't know how to say your name, but thank you so much.
Do you guys see my drawing of Goth Snively? Specifically the one where he looks like he just came from Hot Topic colored with crayon. We've been getting so many goth Sibley pieces of art.
This pleases me.
But I think I know which one you're talking about. Was he wearing a skirt?
Amazing. If you draw a Goth Snively, submit it to us so we can put it on Fan Art Friday. We'll put it up. That's so cool. It's so weird and so cool.
At this rate, I'm going to have to put up like a theme challenge, just like an entire week of Goth Snivelies.
Yeah, I feel like it. And I see that our Chief is logged on, and he's mentioned Lime Paul's name, who's a avid supporter of Goth Sibley.
Oh,
what is the planned tone of the series? Will it be like season 1 or season 2?
Quick question, guys. Sorry, we can answer that in a second. We haven't got the bird in this scene, but we can have him in this scene because it's make it more lively. But yeah, who's the winner so I can get started?
It was either Fiona or the bird. You had the choice. They were neck and neck. No one cast the deciding vote.
I think we should do Fiona. I think
the
people
bird
would
isn't
be
in the
really
scene, yeah.
excited to see Fiona animated.
So I can stick someone in. Oh wait, no, the bird is around the fire, and Fiona's.
Question from William there. If the Down Under freedom fighters appear in season 3, will they be given Australian accents? I don't know who those are, so I will pass them over to someone else.
Actually, I think that what do they call it? Animatics. Fiona is by the drinks table, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's talking to a little guy over there.
Yeah, and
so she wouldn't be in
Ruby.
this scene at all.
She's talking to Ruby. Yeah.
No, Ruby's by the fire.
I swear
it was like a little hedgehog guy, I think, or porcupine.
Let me just check. Here we go. Oh, she's talking to the bird. They're both. Oh no, yeah, she's talking to the hedgehog and the bird. She's a popular fox. Okay, I've messed up. So we haven't got the bird or Fiona in this scene. We'll can there.
Whoops!
Well, you built people's hopes up and then dashed them quite expertly. Bravo, sir, bravo.
Haha, I'm good at that. Good at this.
Okay, how about Mina? Maybe you can animate Mina.
Mina.
She's right there in the front.
I will do.
Congratulations, Mina, you won by default.
Yay!
Please tell me you're now voicing Mina.
Oh yeah, that will go down well.
I wonder why Mina was
Truth just makes like the coolest girl.
Like, so cool.
Oh my, no wait, no.
Yeah, I think Emmy is now just gonna have to voice it for us. Yeah, she's just gonna have to be like Teen Valley Girl.
That's a good idea.
I think that we would lose a lot of fans if I did any voice acting on this show.
You would have to have a really good singing voice. Mina's a singer.
You do, don't you? You're not saying anything, that means you're modest.
Question from Fanatic Mitchell. Question is the Chaotix, I assume it's mean Chaotix, going to appear in the project? Because they technically appeared in the classic era and they can work in the SatAM universe. Not as far as I know. But again,
really
spoilers. I have no idea what...
We cannot confirm nor deny characters that might be coming in the future because that's spoilers. Some characters could be coming in. We can't say if the Chaotix would be coming in or anybody else. What we can say is that there will be some characters that come in from outside the universe, but they're coming in for story purposes. We're not just dropping them in just because, oh yeah, drop that character in. We kind of did that with the background characters because they're cool characters, but to be bringing them in as actual characters, as lines and stuff, they're going to have actual like story purposes why they're in there. But we can't say who those are going to be yet.
Oh, I would love to see Mighty. I love Mighty.
Oh yeah, Mighty's really cool.
He's such a cool guy.
I just want to see Ray and Tails hanging out.
Oh, Ray, I love playing Ray in Mania. I didn't like him at first, but now I really love Ray.
Little hypothetical question there from someone. If Joker were a Sonic character, what animal would he be?
Ooh,
Something
Interesting
without
question.
fur.
Goblin
something without
shark.
fur?
Some kind of bird.
A bird. Gloria has some really interesting birds, actually. Gloria,
Hyena.
tell them about your pet emo. Emu.
I think he would be a badger
Oh,
myself, because I think when I think of badgers, I think crazy badgers. You know, and he's supposed to be
yeah.
this crazy person, and badgers already have like that white stripe. So I think that a badger might work.
I'm just going off of what I remember of Ed from The Lion King, and I'm going to go with hyena. Because the black patches kind of look a bit like makeup, and they've always got that mad rictus grin plus the cackling, so I'm going to go with hyena for that one.
That is very true, and there's 3 people in the chat that agree with you.
Yeah, 2 hyenas and a jackal.
Jackals kind of like hyenas.
Do you guys hear that bleeping from my program all the time?
No, I cannot.
Oh, that's
Although I
I
had
don't
something
really-
similar on my last live stream. I just heard this consistent beep in the background, and I just kind of lived with it because no one else could.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I don't mind.
Oh, Rigo's here. Yay.
Hey, Rico. Yeah, Rico says snake for the Joker venom.
Yeah.
I wonder when got shorts. I never gave her shorts. I gave her a skirt. Must have been a change that you made, Keith, when you drew her.
I could add a skirt.
Who wears shorts?
It's okay. You can do shorts.
It's more practical for a freedom fighter anyway.
And then we have Crystal over here in a tutu.
Well,
Oh
somebody
yeah,
is
yeah.
saying
That's
that there's a
classic
bunch
Crystal.
singing.
She loves being in a cute dress.
Yeah, she's not going on any missions.
Is Crystal one of Jen's characters?
She is, yeah.
Which one's Crystal?
The pink cat.
Ah, the pink cat.
Shall I make Mina a bit
No,
taller? Because
no.
I've had complaints about her being a short ass. Right, I
So
mean a
Flax,
shorty.
I
She's a
think
mongoose.
Flax, I think people can hear the dinging noise. I've been getting comments in our chat.
It's not my fault.
Really?
It's,
I can't hear it. I can't hear
Animate.
it.
Really?
I don't think we can hear it because we can't hear the actual YouTube video.
No, it's not a
What?
it's not a ring noise, Matt. It's kind of like a beep.
Right, I'm going to
Beep that will just randomly happen.
up everyone's volume, and then I'm going to lower the other thing.
If Penelope Platypus appears in season 3, would she speak with an Australian accent? Don't know who Penelope Platypus is.
I don't know who Penelope Platypus is either.
Who that?
Where
Um,
does Penelope come from?
She Archie?
I think so. Yeah.
Might be Archie.
Okay, desktop audio down, so it should be beeping less, and I've upped everyone else's volume. Is that fine?
Well, we never could hear the beeping anyway. That was on your end.
Yeah.
The chat apparently said they could hear, well, not the beeping, the ting ting notification dong
Ah.
sound.
That's weird. I couldn't hear
Yeah.
that.
Mina, Keith. Mina
Yeah.
does have a tail. The guy on the Discord, on the YouTube chat that just commented, pointed out that Mina doesn't have a tail in there. I never put a tail because she had a skirt, but now she does not have a skirt, so she probably should have a tail now.
Let me just check that piece of art. Let's see.
It's a very simple
Big
tail.
tail.
It's just like a. It's just like a big carrot. Not fluffy or anything.
Find me some reference on in a link, and I'll go check it out.
Okie dokie.
Sure.
Cheers.
Oh, yeah, Tim's on it.
I'm wondering if at this point it might just be easier to give her a skirt because that would be less lines. Because not having to add the tail, not having to add the creases around the legs, it might save time.
You think? I leave it to you guys because you have the experience of what's easier to animate or not.
I'd say it's up to Keith. Whatever he feels most comfortable with.
I don't think it matters too much.
This picture
So-
is fan art, but it's pretty accurate when it comes to her tail.
Oh, I don't know what to do with the dancing. Let me just say.
Stikun asks, who voices Mina Mongoose? At the moment, no one, because she's just a background character. So she doesn't have a voice role at the moment.
I put it into the Discord chat. If you can go in there without putting it on the live stream.
Yeah. Of course. Mina Mongoose. Skirt and like a jagged tail.
Yeah, it's a little jagged.
Okay. Dut. There we go. Like that sort of thing.
Doing character design changes right on the live stream, guys. This is what we do.
Will it... I don't know how to pronounce that. Elias Acorn appear in the comic or show? Am I pronouncing that name right, or is it Elias?
Oh, yeah. I don't know how to say his name. Do you know who that is?
Me? No clue. With a name like Acorn, I'm guessing he's related to Sally? Like an uncle or
that's
something?
No, that's Sally's brother in the comic.
Ah, I see. For those of you in the chat who haven't worked it out already, I have not read Archie at all. I'm a child of the UK, so I grew up with Fleetway.
There's a lot of people who like Elias. Apparently he's a really good character. He's got an interesting story to him. Yeah. I would say Elias too.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this is nice. It reminds me of the soundtrack to Layer Cake.
I just realised I can't actually hear any of the music.
You can't hear any of the music.
No.
Can anyone else hear any of the music? Is that better?
Not here, but
We can't hear it because we can't have our YouTube playing. So
Oh,
the
that
guys
would be
in the
why,
chat
yeah.
should be able to, just not us.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Of course, yes, because
I
I don't have my YouTube volume
I think
enabled,
the
of
music
course.
is on. I'm going to mute myself really quick so I can turn it way up.
Yeah, there is
Yeah,
music.
just
There is
like it.
music. Ignore me, Keith. There is music. I just didn't have my YouTube volume on.
That's alright.
I'm talking rubbish.
Always.
Wouldn't be the first time. Certainly won't be the last.
Hey. We love your rubbish.
Yeah, it's on. It's just really quiet.
I could put it up if people want it up. Let me know if it's too much chat. How's the music?
How's the music, guys?
Swirly, I hear it, but it's quiet.
It's very loud.
It's very loud
Very loud
music, Miss
music.
Kirsty.
It's very loud music.
Abort!
How about now? Is that good? Does that work?
I'll give it a quick listen myself.
Christy, not Kirsty.
I'd probably turn it down a scooch.
Some more.
Kiki Sonic says it sounds fine now. Hey, Kiki Sonic.
Okay.
Howdy ho!
Hi-ho!
Yes, Squiddy says that ain't too bad now.
Wicked.
Razor Fang compliments you on the artwork, Keith.
Oh, thank you for the background little doodles, the turnarounds. Why, thank you. Thank you very mucho. Let me just... Yeah, I'm going to squish her down even more. Squishy down time.
Fanatic Mitchell
Fanatic
there pitching the
we're not
ideas.
taking outside ideas for Sea3on Animate. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we all like our ideas too much. We're selfish that way.
That and the fact that our writer Eric would literally like start collecting our shins if we started making like submission suggestions to him. Yes, Neo Leximus Prime. That is indeed Mina. Oh, Squirrely says it's quiet again now on the music front.
Well, that's because it changed to a quiet song.
Ah, that explains it.
It's building up, I imagine. Piano. Piano, piano, and then forte, forte.
Kirsty Coon, imagine us hearing the fastest thing alive music now. Oh, what's the name of the band that originally recorded that?
Was that the Noisy Neighbors?
Yes.
That's it, thank you.
Wonderful.
Yeah, right. It's the fastest thing alive.
I'm still waiting to get that a cappella out of you, Keith and Gloria. Just promised that.
No one mentioned that. What are you talking about?
I will dig up the stream.
Wait, I what? Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. There was a specific stream where I believe it was Chief said if we get over If we get over 700 on the Patreon, we'll get Keith, Tim, and Gloria to sing in a cappella "Fastest Thing Alive."
Wait, acapella?
Yeah, a cappella.
Do I do the low? Boom, 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 boom,
Oh.
boom.
Oh.
Hello, Speedy. Squirrely's asking we turn the music up just a smudge because apparently I asked for it to be turned down a bit, and then we did, and then it messed the whole thing up.
It's gonna be a fun charade.
Hey, if there was a naked person who was covered in blue paint and ran by you, is that a blue streak that speeds by?
It's a blue streaker. Depends if you did say naked, yeah.
Yes,
That's actually really clever.
You're off the team.
That's awesome.
Nobody, somebody will Mina be in season? Well, yep, she's being animated right now, mate.
Yeah, she's one of the background characters.
Yeah, we had to sat AM her up a bit.
Or set
Yeah.
her down a bit. Because
She's
short.
put in. Yeah, she put in Saddam style, and her design was toned down a little bit so that she would fit as a background character and doesn't stand out too much. You know, you want the main cast to really stand out on screen, not the people that's in the background.
But she has more eyelashes.
Yeah, she's more complicated. We've made a super complicated character for background, but it's okay because so did the season 1 and 2 guys with their bloody dog. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Where's the doggy? Where's the doggy?
Hello, Z-Tails. Or Z-Tails, depending on which part of the world you're in.
Got a derpy-esque background character in mind? Question mark.
I don't think so.
Oh, you mean Derpy like in
Maybe
the ponies?
Dulcie?
the dog. The dog, for sure.
Is Dulcie not the derpy background character?
Oh, don't even talk about Dulcie.
I guess the dog is kind of derpy a little bit.
I'm trying to trigger Chief.
Chief's still in the chat?
I hope so. I'm bringing up Dulcie just to trigger him.
Oh, Dulcie.
Poor Dulcie. She got a bad run, did poor old Dulcie.
What
Are
are
you
you
doing? What are you doing? That, oh my goodness.
He's doing a derpy character. Hang on, isn't technically speaking Antoine the derpy character?
Is Antoine derpy? I don't think
No,
Antoine's
he's the
derpy.
sexy character, isn't he?
I mean, well, the one you're drawing right now does kind of look like Antoine, but with big eyebrows.
If you guys wanted, you could get a voice actor to play Nina for some end credit songs. Oh, we already do, and that would be next.
Yeah, but we
Yeah, I'm
already,
voicing Mina.
we already have a song, don't we?
I will be your Lin Min Mei. I will sing the same song over and over and over to the point where you get sick of it.
Bye-bye.
What song would Mina be singing?
Probably Stage Fright.
That's a song?
That's a song.
Yeah, from Macross / Robotech. I don't know if you've heard it. They used to sing it all the time to the point where every time it came up, you wanted to off yourself.
Oh dear.
You can see
No,
have Mina
I feel like
sing
she would
the
sing Tad
Titanic
Benatar.
song.
Tad Benatar.
The Titanic song. Oh, you mean the one
Yeah.
from Celine Dion, My Heart Will Go On?
Every night
Yeah.
in my dreams. Yeah, that one.
Bit grim?
I should probably defend her being a Canadian, but I'm not going to.
But do you defend Bryan Adams? That is the question.
Well, Summer of '69 was a really good song.
Hey, Bryan Adams is an absolute treasure. You guys should treasure him.
He's from Vancouver too, so yeah.
I was privileged to be able to see him live a few years back.
So, just out of curiosity, who is Sally's voice actress in season? How close is their impression of Sally to the real thing? So, I'll have to go take a listen to some of our updates on our Instagram. So the actress, Tim, who is it?
The actress we don't generally say who the actors and actresses are for the voices, or hire Kath Susi to voice Sally again.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
If that fails, we'll just have to, stuff her in a burlap sack and abduct her.
What happened here? What did I do? Why is this all blue?
Because you drew it in blue.
Sorry, brown. That's the colour.
Alright, I was going to say because it's Sonic. Blue. Uh-huh. Elias is Sally's big brother in the Archie comics. Fans want to know if he's in season 3, but as a suggestion, I think he could work as Sally's little brother instead of a big brother.
Well, we can't spoil who's going to be appearing, and we don't take outside suggestions.
No solicitations!
Bryan Adams' song, Everything I Do It For You.
Yeah, I can see Mina singing that.
Wherever you are.
Any plans for a beach episode? Them taking a break to chill out.
Would you really want to take a break on a Robotropolis beach?
Yeah.
It's an oil ocean, man.
Just
Oil-soaked sand,
push the
all
pots
the
aside. And
parts.
God, can you imagine that? They go in for a dip, they come out and their hair starts shedding. God, no.
The sea is on fire.
Just like in real life.
oh, F in the chat. For...
Yes, F for the ocean.
What animal do you think Jack Sparrow would be in the song?
I don't know, obviously. Come on, man, the clue's in the name.
Yeah.
Next, you could actually do that voice. Next, you could do that voice.
What are you, Jack Sparrow?
Absolutely.
Right, on the spot, do it now.
Oh, God. Why is the rum always gone? It just sounds like my normal voice.
Yeah, well, it works.
I think
Alright.
so.
I'm having an idea, Barbosa. Yeah, I'm not a good voice actor.
Hey,
Years of coffee abuse has
Johnny-
absolutely destroyed my vocal cords.
did Johnny Depp do a good English accent in your opinion?
Yes.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I think he did a bang-up job as Sparrow. Even in, what was it? Sweeney Todd, he was really good.
Yeah, he's one of my favourite character actors.
Oh, Sweeney Todd. Oh.
So you sound like you're trying to do a James impression
What
now.
story?
You know.
Wait,
Is James a horse?
R.I.P. fish? Did I miss something again?
Yeah, the ocean's on fire. You know, Robotropolis and all. They're asking if we do a beach episode. It's like, would you like to go for a dip in Robotropolis Beach?
Oh.
The ocean's probably on fire.
Yeah, that would be awful.
Speaking of on fire, this ice cube's not cooling my laptop down enough. But it's okay.
Just open the back of it and just rub it on the motherboard. Should be fine.
Okay then.
You can trust me. I used to be tech support.
Yeah, I trust you. Let me just save this in a different place.
They all take a dip in the ring grotto, says Squirrely. That'd be a bit like a hot tub, wouldn't it?
I don't. Is it hot?
Look,
Is the ring grotto hot?
Well, I mean, the way the ring comes out, it kind of looks like it's like bubbling the water around it. So, I mean, I imagine it puts out a bit of heat.
It's true, but only when the ring comes out.
Can you imagine what would happen if the ring came out while they were in there?
Oh, the ring's coming! Get out! Get out!
Just stuff Sonic's head under it. It's just like, just absorb it before it comes out, mate.
Let me just see how this does.
Who there?
Who's on?
I hear somebody.
Is that Chief?
That's me.
Get out. No solicitations.
Chief!
Let me just up your volume.
Hi everybody, this is Chief, or Paul Scott. He is the leader of this whole project.
Is the ring grotto still valid in this show? I think the ring grotto is valid in every incarnation of Sam. It's pretty much part of the canon, part of the lore. Where else are they going to get the rings from? A vending machine?
Yes. That's our next goal, is the vending machine.
Wouldn't they need rings to pay for the rings?
No, you just have to chop down trees, which makes you money, and then you pay for the rings. It's perfect.
Sounds like Minecraft.
No, totally different. Because they're trying to save the forest, but really we gotta get them to chop down the forest. And then they buy rings to save the forest, so...
Does anyone else love the fact that they don't actually use wood for their huts?
Yeah,
Despite the fact if you look at the interior, yeah, it's made of wood, but the exterior all looks like it's made of, like, random plate scrap.
It's been rendered on the outside.
Yeah.
I chucked a load
Like,
on.
the exterior
Yep.
doesn't look like it's made of wood. It's all irregular shaped panels.
they made the, Gino... No.
Will we have
Maybe.
bunny-centered episodes? Well, if you look at the comic, you'll probably be able to answer that question.
I'll just finish drawing one.
The huts are made out of very many, like, Uncle Chucks. Like, they just grabbed robots and made the huts out of them.
Ooh.
Cannibalization. Hello, former furry. We are going to strip your metal and make a building out of it.
I'm starting to get flashbacks to that IDW Belle meme of her sat in a house. Is she made of flesh or is the flesh made of her?
Oh, yes.
She screams.
It's a Ginger Man theme, too. There's a Ginger Man sits in a gingerbread house. Is the house made of flesh or is he made of house? The gingerbread man does not know. He screams.
This is a really odd conversation, and I don't like it.
What do you expect when I join a chat? Things get weird.
Knothole looks like it's made out of cheese. I'm assuming you're talking about the weird coral structure. I always thought it was some kind of mushroom at first.
Jeez.
The
You know,
the place
actually,
that they go for the meetings. What's it called?
I actually thought Knothole was, honestly, like weird mushroom structures, like some of the pictures we had. They want to preserve the forest, so using hay makes sense. That's true, actually. That is very true, Matt. But in order to use hay, you have to have big fields of deforestation to grow enough hay to do that. And I know this because I own a horse who eats hay. A lot of hay. And I mean a lot of hay. Big fields. So lots of less trees. So the catch-22 there. You want to make something out of hay, you gotta log down a bunch of fields. Or log down, a bunch of trees, create the field, to create the hay. Hay. Yes.
It's no wonder there's no horse freedom fighter.
Yeah, because they eat constantly, they'd be useless.
Wait, wasn't there?
So Adam Smith wants to know if Longclaw will be in the season. Longclaw is not a sat and canon character, so that is one character that I'm going to say no to. You guys think?
I'm gonna say probably not. Unless
No.
somebody
Probably not.
decides to donate maybe like 100. You know, I'll add him in here if you donate $185,000. I'll find a way.
There you go, guys. You've got yourself a challenge. Off you go.
Longclaw came in after the general story for season 3 was made, so probably not
I
gonna
don't
make an
even-
appearance.
I personally don't get Longclaw. I love the movie, but I just don't get it. She definitely won't be in the show.
They just wanted to show how creative they could be, I guess.
There was a horse in the opening of Blast of the Past. He didn't make it. Okay, I gotta look this up now. No, he probably didn't make it because he tries to eat too much. But see, I
That's
know
interesting. I didn't know that.
Well, I've got to look this up now. Did he exist? Did he eat too much? Did he starve to death?
I don't remember Horse in Blast from the Past.
Did he eat something wrong and couldn't throw it up, so he died?
I
Because horses are
vaguely have the memory of
really
a horse.
delicate.
Don't recall Horse.
There we go.
Trust me, nobody buy a horse.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was planning on doing that. You know, in the terraced urban jungle I live in. I just thought, get a horse.
Well, you never know. You're British, so you do weird things.
That's very true.
Yeah, you might get a horse and then start chasing foxes with it.
Yeah.
Going on a horn.
Yoo-hoo!
You guys totally don't do that.
No, we don't.
Dirty
It's banned
Dodge?
now.
It's
Exactly.
banned now?
Yeah, they banned it. They banned it years ago. They banned it like in 2006.
So you can't jump on your horse and toot your little bugle and chase down a fox?
Well, we could do all that apart from chasing down a fox. We can chase anything else, like a car.
Well, see, there you go. Can you chase, like, I don't know, homeless people?
It's usually frowned upon, but I don't. I mean, if you dress up like a police officer and just pretend you're, keeping calm, then maybe, I don't know. Are you guys horsing around? That's all we do.
That's literally all we do. I don't know how we get any work done. We get work
That's how
done
we
because
make
of
such
Pete.
entertaining stuff.
That's exactly how we do it.
How do we get any work done? Very simple. Keith's the one doing it.
Yeah, see.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Very strong. Badly. But no. Not me.
Ari
My
is
team of
terribly
animators.
missed in the Sonic Media show, isn't he? Ari, there's an interesting reference.
Yeah, Ari the Ram. Ari was awesome. Griff sucks,
awesome.
but
What did Griff do?
what didn't Griff do?
I don't know, he did a lot of weird things.
Yeah, Griff stopped.
Poor Griff, he's just terribly misunderstood.
I like it.
All he was trying to do was steal the Power Stone and ruin everything for everyone.
Yeah, how can we defend this guy?
Because he was trying to do it to help his own people
It was
out.
charming.
Who cares? Yes, see? Charming. That was the thing. He'd walk up to you and go, hey! And you'd be like,
we have
oh,
a fake
Griff.
British accent too.
See? So there you go. There was nothing wrong with Griff. Griff just wanted to take possession of something that nobody else was using except for everybody else.
That's yeah. Wait, are we talking about Sally or?
He wanted possession of that too. So Griff wanted
When
possession.
actually Sally, he's all like, how you doing?
Yeah, as Gino said, Griff is a home wrecker.
Hey, how you doing? Oh, Griff. See you later, Sonic. That's exactly how it worked, but it didn't work because, yeah.
Because he was a massive tool.
Oh, poor Griff. I personally liked how the pig was serving, chili dogs.
Oh, but yeah.
He just ground up his whole family and it's like, alright, cool, these taste delicious.
Sweeney Todd sat up.
There are
sat at
intelligent
your-
animals and then there are unintelligent animals in the same universe.
Either that or
Come
they're
on,
eating
guys.
corn.
Oh, speaking of
Yeah, if you
that,
think about that though, generally your kid is very unintelligent when they're first born, so you just go like, oh, you're not intelligent, club, okay, grounder, good, done. Chili dog.
Grim!
Did you know that lions actually do sometimes eat their young?
I've heard about that. Yes, I've read about that, which is kind of crazy.
After having a kid, I can understand why.
Actually,
Oh, you want to eat Milo, do you?
honestly, I have a 14-year-old. I'm somewhat there as well. Like, not just when they're young, when they become teenagers, you're like, why didn't I just eat you? Things would have been much cheaper and easier.
Yeah.
Hey, look at the bright side, Chief. Mutton is a very, very tasty meat just because it's older. She's just seasoned now. You can still eat her.
There you go.
That didn't cost so much.
No, I'm bad.
to own them.
I'm bad with my money. I like animation. I bought a horse, and I have a teenager. Guess where all my money goes? Oh, I also have a dog, but she's actually the cheapest one of the bunch.
Oh, yeah.
Let me guess, Chief. Bitcoin.
Yes, Bitcoin.
Knew it, he's a Bitcoin miner.
On his... Do you have a decent computer? I don't know.
One has to wonder if they're working chili dog machines in Robotropolis. Why would there be chili dog machines in Robotropolis? It's full of robots. Or unless you're implying that Sonic and Robotnik both enjoy a good chili dog.
Hey, have you seen the size of Robotnik? He probably enjoys many chili dogs.
Can you imagine that? Just like, Robotnik going to the chili dog vending machine, Sonic being there at the same time with them just hanging out for like 20 minutes like they're around a water cooler.
But if it's just Robotnik, why would he put it in the city?
To get exercise, like a catch
Choice.
It's to get exercise, like a catch-22, right? He wants to eat a chili dog, but he's fat as shit. So he walks down to the city, gets a chili dog, and walks back. He gets the chili dog stand, and he's like, my heart is black, your chili dog is good. He eats it, and he goes back to, sit in his big chair, and he gets hungry again, so he's like, oh, we have to walk another, so it's to balance out his diet. Exercise, diet, that's what does it. But it doesn't work very well, because he's very fat. Probably has like a
He's
mini
not.
fridge.
He's festively plump.
The dude probably has like a mini fridge under his chair, so he's like, Sniffly's not looking.
So that
Chili dog.
it does explain why the back is so large and why it actually has vents.
So you
That does explain a great many things.
looks around, he's like,
Size isn't working, Sniffly. Too many chili dogs.
see, that's exactly it. Looks around, he goes, I want some chocolate. Open up a fridge, pull out some chocolate. And Sylvie walks in, he goes, Sniffly, what are you doing here? And Sylvie goes, oh, sorry, I didn't see you eating chocolate. You didn't see what? That's what he does. That's why he's so big. Eats chili dogs and chocolate.
And pocket bacon, probably.
Oh, tons of pocket bacon. The dude has pockets everywhere.
Munitia Blastpaw says it could be a vending machine left over from before the coup.
Oh, can you imagine how out of the way that stuff would be? Ugh.
No, he probably
You're gonna
has
get food poisoning there. Actually, you know what? That's a really good thing you could put in as a kind of a, the Sonic Says segments from Adventures. You could just put that into Saturday M, like, hey kids, remember, don't eat stuff that's in a vending machine that's out of date.
Sonic says out-of-date food is no good. Just
Reduce it to don't eat food from a vending machine.
Yeah, true
Oh.
that.
That's true. Any food from a vending machine's out of date. Who's your favorite character in Saturday? And mine's Sally. I wish Sally was my big sister. Mine's Rotor.
Bunny. Bunny Rabbit.
Sonic
Bunny.
Valley is close second, I think.
I like Rotor because I I do similar things. I fix stuff. I spent most of my day today stripping down 82 Dodge to rebuild it, so that's what I do for fun. I'm crazy. And I own a horse.
So you have more energy than like most of us combined is nuts. Like if I could find a way to bottle your energy, I would be a happy, happy man, and I'd probably get a power home for a year.
I do it all without drinking coffee.
Yeah, I don't get that. I drink enough to floor a small army, and I never have enough energy.
Oh god, no, I woke up today at 8 a.m., did the meeting with some of the guys in here, went shopping in town, came back, went out, stripped the truck down, pulled the box off, did a bunch of stuff there, played around with my horse, and then came back home.
Who is the fastest, Jim Carrey as the Mask or Sonic? Well, technically, Jim Carrey as the Mask operates under cartoon rules. Sonic's already a cartoon, and as a cartoon, he's the fastest thing alive, so Sonic.
You know what?
Check
Logic.
I would. Dude, Jim Carrey is.
Logic.
Oh man, I got The Mask versus Sonic. Ooh.
Like I said, the mask is constrained by the rules which he's applied for himself. He's going by the rules of being a cartoon character. Sonic's already a cartoon character, living by those rules, and as a cartoon character, he's the fastest thing alive, so therefore he wins.
Yes, but as a cartoon character, it involves people to animate him, so they only can animate him as fast as he does. But Jim Carrey as The Mask is a living, breathing thing that goes by cartoon rules without having to be animated.
But in the cartoon sense of things, he's still not as fast as Sonic.
But in the cartoon sense of things, The Mask could literally go to the animator.
What
slap him.
if Sonic is in Toontown?
Oh god, Toontown. Oh, that would be interesting.
There you go.
That would be an interesting one if Sonic was part of Toontown.
There you go. There's a question for you. Could the dip melt the mask?
Ooh, because The Mask is cursed, though. And it's not really a cartoon, it's wood.
Yeah, but when he's got it on, he is acting as if he
Acting
were
as
a
a cartoon.
cartoon. Therefore,
No,
the dip should affect
the
it.
thing with the mask is the mask isn't a cartoon itself. The mask
Uh-oh,
is a
Steve's gone
magical device that brings out what is inside of yourself.
Keith,
Exactly.
stream's gone down, mate.
It's alright.
Keith
It's
is-
Animate crashed.
Ah,
No, I would say no, the stuff could not melt the mask because the mask is wood and it's just sort of cursed, so it brings out yourself. So I would say no to that because it's not a cartoon, it's a physical object. Whereas in Toontown, where cartoons are physical objects too, so
Yes,
Well,
It's
the
more of
cartoons
a-
are drawn.
It's
with
not a cartoon
paint.
thing, it's more of a magic thing.
I
It's
mean,
a
yeah.
magical device.
The dip.
Yes.
The dip is turpentine. What is it? Anyway, it's paint dissolving.
it's
paint
just paint.
thinner. Ah.
So
So
Yeah,
all it
but
would do is it would clean the mask.
Oh man, can you imagine Bob Ross in Toontown? He would literally be beating the devil out of them. He'd be like the Exorcist.
Man, if Bob Ross was in Toontown, everyone would love him.
Yeah, up until the point he starts beating his paintbrush against the wire rack thing. It's all paint thinner, man.
Oh, what's
Like a sprinkler of death.
Oh, I didn't say.
You know, you were referencing The Mask, The Child of
say
the
it.
Mask, which is a
No.
movie that is awful. I hate it, and I do not consider that to be canon.
I've
We have
never
problems,
even seen
guys.
them.
Guys, we have problems.
Oh,
No,
no.
it's
It's
fine.
in save.
It's fine.
Oh,
I just do
Keith.
stuff.
Keith, I know your pain, mate. Bloody Adobe.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let me
when I
just-
used to draw back in high school, Adobe gave me nightmares.
Still does give me nightmares. I really need to get off my tuchus and well, there's a word I've never had to use before, and learn Clip Studio Paint. Geeky Sonic, Keith had a crash on Adobe Animate, and it didn't save his progress, so he's kind of gone back a bit.
It's fine.
It's not fine. Just kidding.
It's all fine.
He's dying on the inside. I know exactly how he feels.
This stream's
Oh.
going well.
Evidently 5 AM is a cursed hour for you, Keith.
Always is.
Yeah, for anyone. Ugh.
Just to bring things back around, anyone got any questions for the Season 3 guys? Since you got him here, you have the lead animator, you have the storyboard artist, you have the voice of Bunny Rabbit. You've also got the main man himself, Chief, who runs the whole shebang. So any questions, you've got all the main cast here.
Hey, you got
And
me.
Tim.
We have a Tim.
We have a Tim. Here's a question for you, Tim. What is your what do you do outside of in Season 3 Animated, obviously because you're the art director? Do you do anything to help out on the production? Are you part of the crew, or do you just kind of like look over everyone's shoulder and go, that looks wrong?
Well, I did a lot more at the beginning of the production than I do now, because I'm not an animator. I want to help animating, but it's very difficult because I don't have an animating setup. I'm more of a comic artist. I do still art, illustrations and stuff most of the time. So at the beginning of the production, I did all the character reference sheets, and I did the promotional posters, and setting up art. That's how I really helped out to set up the look of the show and how things are supposed to look. And now, as the art director, I take that further to look at art and make sure everything is following the look that I set up. And the look of the show in general that was from the original cartoon. So yeah, generally I just look over things and make sure everything is going as they should art-wise. And I also look over tryouts to see who is good to hire and stuff, with Keith, who is also looking over the animators. And I look over the backgrounds. So that's my contribution to the overall project.
We got some questions from people here. From Bunny, we got A Gloria say the line, Bunny Gang, Bunny Gang. Unfortunately, Squirrely, if you want Bunny to say that, you have to pay her. Speedy Demon, favorite character to draw, guys. Go. Start with Tim.
Favorite character to draw?
Yeah.
Oh boy. I think Sally. I used to hate drawing Sally, but now that I know how to draw Sally, she's a lot more fun to draw these days.
What about you, Keith? Who's your favourite?
Well, I haven't done him, but Robotnik. He looks so fun with all those flabby shapes. You could imposing stature.
Now I wonder whether or not you'd enjoy the Sally M one or the Adventures one. Because he was very animated, was old Baldry.
The Adventures one was so much more animated, as I'm just holy crap. A lot more fun. But Robotnik on the Saturday one was a lot more dark, so My favorite character to draw would be Loop.
How about you then, Gloria? What's your favourite?
My favorite to draw is definitely Sonic. He's just easy, and all of his lines are like very curvy, and it's easy to draw him in action poses. So.
I'm going to upset everyone. My favourite to draw is Antoine. Because there is so much you can do with his body language and his expressions.
Oh, Antoine would be good.
Antoine is just so fun to draw, just absolutely freaking out. I mean, his range of expressions and emotions, ways to emote him, is just so broad because he's so over the top. He's so exaggerated. He's just a lot of fun to draw.
No, that's actually that's so true, because Antoine, doesn't matter if he's scared, crying, happy, whatever, every single emotion he has is totally over the top.
We've got another question, if I can scroll up and find it. Here's one for you, Chief. Is there going to be a Dulcie the Dragon?
Oh, no. But sadly, actually, I can't say that. As much as I want to say that, I'm going to say we'll see. There have been talks, and there's been chatter, and there's been planning, and there's been my vocalization of no, and then there's been others saying, well, we have this plan, and me going, ugh. So, that's my answer. My answer is literally a sigh.
Chief loves Dulcie. It's number one favourite character.
No, she's not. But I understand the importance of how we're writing this, and I've talked to Eric, and we've gone over things, and... Anyways...
I don't think I've ever drawn Dulcie. I don't think I've ever drawn her. Out of all the Freedom Fighters, I've drawn Rebecca more times than I've drawn Dulcie.
Please don't. Just never do. Just don't.
From Matt, how much of the project is only Season 3? Would you do a Season 4?
Well, Season 3 is kind of the whole thing, right? So, Season 4 kind of seems out of date. How do I put this? The plan for Season 3, at least out of the comic-wise, is to bring closure and end to everything. The comic will have an end on it, and that's just Season 3. That's the name we kind of took. So how many chapters is it going to take? I don't know. How many episodes are going to take? I don't know. Will there be a Season 4? No, because Season 3 is supposed to be the end of it. That's just our title. So if it takes 25 chapters, that's what it is. If it takes 40 chapters, that's what it is. It's not going to take that long, I don't think. But we'll see.
That's what you think.
See?
So, season 4 would be kind of weird.
Awesome.
At least how we do things. Maybe, who knows? Maybe we'll do a season 6. We'll just skip, 2 of them. Season 3, season 6.
Hello?
Hey, Gloria, you okay?
Dolls use the ultimate plot armor in the comics. Really?
Uh-oh, I think we lost Gloria. No, she's still with us, but someone went badink. Oh, that is Rigo. Rigo's popping in and out. And
What
Tim.
was doing that? And Tim did too. Yeah, Discord had a bit of an issue there.
Interesting.
Didn't like you guys. Let's see. Is it anything to do with me? No.
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 It's just Discord being Discord.
I think I even popped out for a minute there.
Have any of you guys watched Sonic Underground? No.
Yes.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we can now.
Oh, good.
Discord was having a bit of an issue for like 5 seconds there.
Guys,
Actually, I tell a lie. I watched maybe about maybe the first 10 minutes. Once I realised it was using SatAM's assets but wasn't SatAM, I just absolutely checked out on Underground.
Yeah, I'm kind of the
Yeah.
same way as you.
I have
I'm not
seen about 3 episodes of Sonic Underground, maybe 2 or 3. And my ears are bleeding by the end.
I don't get the whole instrument thing. That was pretty lame.
Yeah,
It's a 90s thing. Pretty cool.
I know a friend, though, that absolutely loves Sonic Underground, so I can't say too much about it, because I love her, she's an amazing person, and it's weird that she loves that show so much, but I
Out of
respect her.
curiosity, is it the lass on Twitter who's doing the Underground reanimated thing?
There's a person doing Sonic Underground reanimated?
Yeah, they're doing an absolutely awesome amount. Chauvel, I think they're called. It might be the wrong person. There's someone on Twitter who's been doing, at least for the past year, an entire. They've been reanimating the opening to Sonic Underground with slightly restyled versions of the characters. Really, really cool.
Wow!
I'll see if I can find
That's
the Twitter.
really
link.
cool.
I'm surprised you guys hadn't heard of it.
He changed the voice of Sonya because it was so creepy to hear her as Jaleel White.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, it's like, oh man, Jaleel in drag.
Yes.
That was not my thing for sure.
Well, next.
That was the. Oh, sorry.
So
Go ahead.
you be
Yeah,
sure
kind of
actually
like Back to the Future 2 with what's his name? Mr. Fox. What's the guy that plays Marty McFly?
Michael J. Fox?
Michael J. Fox.
Mr. Fox.
Fox.
Mr. Fox, my father.
He played his own daughter in Back to the Future 2. It's a little strange.
Well, it's like with Sonic Underground, we next actually share a friend who loves Sonic Underground. That'd be Prime. And
Yeah.
Prime loves it, and I don't argue with him. Like, the guy likes it, so that's fine. But when it was first announced, I was like, sweet. Because I was looking at the character design and all that stuff. I was like, cool, we're going back to sort of a SatAM thing. And I don't know how old was I was when it came out. I was maybe like 11 or 12. But then they started playing it, and I went, oh, what's going on here? And then every single episode has its 90s music thing, and I couldn't do it. I maybe watched an episode fully, maybe, and that was about it. Like, everything about it besides Sonic and Robotnik was wrong. Bad guys
Even
were
Robotnik
wrong.
was wrong for me. The voice. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm trying to remember the name of the voice actor. He does a fantastic job, but he's not Robotnik. He's not that Robotnik.
No, it's true.
That is Jim Cummings. That's Jim Cummings' role. Don't you dare try to take that away from him.
Oh, well.
Well, I agree with you. Jim Cummings is really amazing. We actually had a fan that had the Sat and DVD set signed by him. Are you jealous?
Yeah.
Not as jealous as I am of that fan on Instagram who sent us the pre-production sketches that were done by.
Yeah.
That were done by. What was it?
Kenneth.
And it's
A cop.
I will butcher his surname.
Hiroshima, something Japanese.
I will absolutely butcher the surname if I try to pronounce it, so I'm not going to. But yes, he has the original pre-production sketches that looked very Don Bluth, where Robotnik was a wizard, Princess Sally was a human, and Bunny Rabbit looks like something out of a Don Bluth film.
That was so cool. And you could even see him holding them, so you know that they were legit. They weren't just like scanned or stolen off the internet. And he actually took a class from that guy. That's where he got them. He studied animation under him. Isn't that amazing?
And just gifted him those pre-production sketches. Yeah, I've seen those sketches online, but to see them in like slightly higher res and knowing that they're actually safe in someone's hands is just so reassuring. Because I had nasty premonitions that those old pre-production things were just like, you know, cast to the wind or thrown out or something along those lines. But knowing someone actually has them, it's just like, oh, so cool. They're in someone's collection. That means they're safe, no matter how freaky they are.
Now, kids, this is why you need to unplug and follow Richard Williams' tutorial on the first lesson on the book, which is remove your headphones. I'm really struggling with this. It's really bad.
I've asked you that question once before, but I don't really remember the answer. Why do they suggest taking the headphones out? Because I assumed it was to do with like the beats of music interrupting the flow of the animation.
No, it's just your brain's got to think of two things at the same time.
Ah, right.
But it's okay for like the tie down stage or clean up or something. It's just I'm too stupid to think of complex movements and stuff when I talk.
Because I'm not going to lie, the bouncy balls I've been doing have been entirely done with headphones in.
Well,
I'm a bad student.
Yeah, I've only got one bouncy ball. That's the head on the bum. And then they're not bouncing, they're doing different movements. What they're doing. I don't even know what I'm doing. Let me just dance for a second.
Yes,
I'm
clap
gonna dance and see what I'm
That
doing.
begs a question. I do often I like watching documentaries of the making of various animated films, and they often have the animators going into these rooms full of these like full-size like body mirrors, and then like acting out the scene. I was wondering, Gloria, Keith, do either of you guys do that?
Yes, just did it now.
Do you have like a full-size mirror? That's awesome.
Not a full
It depends.
size mirror,
But I have taken videos of myself acting out the sequences that I was going to animate.
We've seen a couple of those.
Yeah, I don't always do it, but sometimes. It kind of depends on the shot.
Oh, I should have done this from the beginning. There's one pose, and the other side. Then go down. Yeah, this is why you need to plan, not just draw like I am, being like an idiot. So I've just wasted a lot of your time, guys. I'm sorry. I wish I was James Baxter. I've seen him do lots of these lectures, like when I took Titmouse, he had some of these personal mentoring videos, which are great, because he was talking to everyone on the show, and this is how you animate, and you wouldn't do simple characters, it was just fully drawing them, like a big squirrel. What should we have this squirrel do? And he just went ahead and did something that looked amazing, whilst answering people's questions, talking to them, teaching them. What a god.
And to answer your question, Manisha Blast4, no, it's not Naoto Oshima, it's Kenneth Kenoshita. Kenneth Kenoshita was one of the original animators on SatAM. He also did the, quote, rough studies. I'm probably butchering the man's surname, but it's Kinoshita.
I
Kinoshita.
find really interesting about the original animators, they had no idea about Sonic at all. So they were going off of a blank slate.
Yeah, they were. As he said, they were told that it's a fantasy series. They didn't mention Sonic at all. They're like, okay.
Well, it's kind of funny that obviously, they might have known the name Sonic, but obviously they didn't know who Robotnik was, and he ended up looking like Ganon from Legend of Zelda. This huge
terrible.
green pig wizard.
Yeah.
Iggy Sonic, it says that he has so little SatAM merch. Yeah, SatAM merch is very, very rare.
Yeah,
It's
ask
just not out
him.
there.
He tracks it down and spends exorbitant amounts of money on it.
Didn't
I'd say
most
that
of it from
yeah.
the
Like freaky
Yeah.
shampoo bottles.
I've seen some.
Yeah, I
great
found a
toys here for
Sally
you, Tim.
Acorn shampoo bottle. That was
Test.
really cool.
There we go.
It's very
Sorry,
freaky,
no,
isn't it?
issues with my mic. Sorry. Issues with Mike. I'm back.
Who's Mike?
Your mic.
No, I'm not. I'm next.
Will? What? Mike?
Who's on first?
I don't know. What are we doing? Where are we? Why are we here? Oh, wait. Keith has dancing people. That's important.
You can dance if you want to. You can leave your friends
Your
behind.
friends behind. But if they don't dance,
If they don't
If your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, they're no friends
no
of mine.
friends of mine. You can dance. You can dance.
You have a
Um,
life-size Sally plush? What? Where? Where did you get that?
Uh-oh, Tim's gonna mug you.
What? Is it life-size Sally is like the size of a regular chipmunk, or like the size of like a regular person?
That being said, there was this really awesome thing that popped up on Twitter a few days ago. I think Jay Foxfire linked it. It's someone who's just finished their Sally Acorn cosplay costume, and it looks really good.
There's a couple of good ones out there.
weren't most of us that like merchandise? Didn't it come from Australia, from the Stegaland or whatever?
Oh yeah, the Sydney one, yeah.
Yeah, because there was no real Saturday M merchandise, but Sega Australia had, well, Sagaland, and they actually had a bunch of Saturday M stuff there. Like, there's somebody down there that actually owns like a full-size Sally, but he won't sell it because, for whatever reasons, but it's falling into total disrepair. It's like a statue.
Oh yeah. Hey, if there was a rotor one, how much money would you spend on that, Chief?
I'm broke. I have a horse. I don't know. We'd see, but I don't have enough money for that if there was, because seeing as the guy with he wants way too much for the Sally one.
Oh yeah, he wants about $900 for it, isn't it? Yeah, it's a really good quality of the Sally from the Sega World Sydney. He wants about $900 for it.
No. There's actually a full-size, like, life-size statue.
Oh, that guy, yeah, the hoarder who won't give it up unless you trade him some some absolutely nuts archaic piece of technology for it.
Yeah,
You're hearing about that, yeah.
Yeah, he's a hoarder. He owns a ton of stuff from like the Sega Australia line. And it's like a Sally that's totally fallen in disrepair, and there's actually a group of people that saved up a bunch of money and tried buying it so they could restore it, and he shot them down because the dude's a hoarder. He doesn't want to get rid of anything. Sadly, that's what
That's a
happens.
shame.
He wants to
It's kinda
trade
like
it for like a vending machine or something from a particular era. It's really, really weird.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where people are like, we're offering him like thousands, and he refused to do it, and yet sadly here's a statue that's falling into, like, the way it is now. Within like another couple of years, you won't be able to repair it.
They did repair a Sonic statue in Japan. That's really cool. The snowboarding Sonic.
Oh yeah, that's
You guys
awesome.
had a chance to see that? It's awesome. I'm a snowboarder, so to me that is like the greatest thing ever.
It's really awesome the fact they even showed you the process of how they went about restoring it as well. Do you know which is probably why so many people got their hopes up about being able to buy the Sally statue? They thought, hey, we can follow this guy's instructions.
Probably.
Yeah.
There was hope.
Yep. I tried snowboarding once.
Mount Washington? You go to Mount
Yeah.
Washington?
Yeah, it was Mount Washington.
Oh,
I've
yeah,
skied-
Mount
I've-
Washington.
I've skied there a couple of times. Tried snowboarding. Snowboarding's not my thing.
Yeah, I've never skied before. I started snowboarding when I was really young, so I don't think I'll ever switch, but
Yeah, well,
It's
I haven't
really
skied
hard.
since I was like 20 either. So either way, I'd be horrible at it. But
it's just
Mount
have a few
Washington's fun.
drinks. Mount Washington's great.
Now, guys, I want you to look at this little dance animation that's currently on the screen, and I want you to imagine Keith doing that in front of a mirror just now.
Seen it, actually? It's great.
You have to imagine him actually dabbing.
I have. Yeah.
You see me dabbing?
Megan has cameras and Keith's like.
Yeah, that shot there looks like she's dabbing. She's got like one arm in front of her nose, the other one held out. She looks like she's doing a dab.
She kind of is.
We've got.
Has anyone in the production seen the Super Mario Brothers Super Show?
I have. I used to watch that when I was a kid.
I did too, actually.
Then The Legend of Zelda always came on after. It was awesome.
Oh, my kid loves that. Catchphrase.
Excuse me, princess.
I get
Is there
everything.
going to be another Deke production of Sonic Sat AM? Probably not,
At least
Deke
one
has
is
golden.
because that's our thing. We're doing it.
Yeah,
So
Deke
Deke
doesn't
became
exist.
Cookie Jar, and then Cookie Jar became Wild Brain, and Wild Brain is doing Sonic Prime.
Yeah, we're missing another company there too. Is
DHX.
Right, I am mean.
or
DHX. Something like that.
DHX, yeah, and then now it's
Yeah,
Wild Brain.
Jesus.
Heckle the Hedgehog asks, is there going to be an actual episode of this whole thing? That is what we are creating.
That's what's being animated in front of your eyes right now.
Yeah, we're actually making a like 24-minute episode. So if you have $195,000 you can donate, that'd be awesome. Because
Yeah, so... Yeah, guys, did you know
Give
that
us your
it's
money.
about 190 grand to make one episode? That's why it's so important that we have the fans helping us out, either by sharing, liking, or joining us in streams, or of course joining our Patreon. There's a link on all of our socials as well. And even if you can't commit to the Patreon, we do have also a PayPal that you can give us like a one-time donation, and it goes to our animators and to funding this project.
Keith, the message for you from Wing Wolfie: please save, please don't lose your progress again.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I'm saving. Got it. Not that this is worth saving, but yeah, we don't want to waste any more time.
Oh, Takeshi Nakazato 1 says, gotta take off, so you guys just want to say I love your content. Thank you!
Thank you,
Thank
Takashi.
you, bye!
Thank
Deke did not go out of business. Deke either bought out or just changed. They're still around, but they are now known as Wild Brain.
Yeah, it was a merger with companies, and again another merger with companies after that, another merger with companies after that, and now you're left with Wild Brain. What we talked about earlier was it was Deke, Cookie Jar. There might have been one company between the two of them. I can't. Oh no, Shout Factory. So Deke, Shout Factory, Cookie Jar.
I thought Shout Factory was just a distributor. Because they also did the original G1 Transformers, if memory served.
Yeah, they
With the
did.
DVDs.
Yeah, they did a whole bunch of Deke things though. I don't know if Deke became Shout Factory or Shout Factory might.
I think they were just a distributor.
Okay, so anyways,
Because they became Cookie Jar first, didn't they?
honestly I can't remember.
I think it was Cookie Jar because Underground, if you watch the credits, they have Cookie Jar at the end instead of Deke.
I mean, I remember seeing Cookie Jar as the ones who released airing Saturday and back then.
Okay, so you went from Deke to Cookie Jar, Shout Factory's distributor, then you had DHX, and then you did Wild Brain. Yeah. Something like
I
that.
love the raccoon.
Oh, the raccoons, yeah.
Raccoons were
that
awesome.
show.
I don't know this show.
What, with
Oh,
Burt
wait,
Raccoon and
oh,
Mr.
okay.
Sneed, you don't remember them?
No.
Yeah, Mr. What was his name?
Sneed.
Sneed, yeah.
Who's the
Cedric.
main
It
character?
was Cedric. So
Roscoe?
the main character was the main character was Ralph.
I thought it was
No, no,
Burt.
Bert
was
was
Burt
the main
Raccoon.
character. Sorry, Burt Raccoon was the main character. Ralph
Burt,
and
yeah.
Lisa were his roommates or whatever it was. Then you had Cedric Sneer, which was the bad guy's son, which wasn't the bad guy. And the bad guy really wasn't really a bad guy, but he was a bad guy.
He was a capitalist pig.
But he wasn't a pig. He was a.
I don't know what he was.
He was an anteater.
Was he? Oh.
Yeah. And you had was it Seamus was the dog?
No, Seamus.
Seamus, yeah.
I am calling Jinx on Speedy Demon and Dirty Dodge.
Serial Sneer. Thank you, Gino. Serial Sneer. That's what his name was.
Yes, Serial.
Thoughts on Sonic Prime? Are you guys excited for it?
And honestly, any of you, like, if anyone's younger here, the raccoons, there was Serial Sneer would smoke cigars. Like, you're not allowed to do that.
I was smoking, yeah, all the time.
But they were smoking. He beat up pigs. The pigs didn't actually have a name. The pigs just had like 1, 2, and 3. That's all they were known by. But oh yeah, no. So the raccoons was straight out of that was late '80s. And that was a brilliant show.
Christy Coon. Anybody remember Inspector Gadget in the 90s?
Wait,
Oh, yeah.
Gadget was so yeah.
The hype.
Gadgets and the Gadgetinis or something, wasn't it? Or was that the later one? See, he'll sing the Inspector Gadget theme, but he won't do Fastest Thing Alive.
But was it the Claw? The Claw was the bad guy in that one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Claw.
And all you saw was his cat and his arm. That's it. That's all there was.
Next time, Gadget.
Yes.
Oh, that's really good.
That is really good. Damn, man. That is very, very good impersonation there. I wasn't expecting that.
My goth days have finally paid off.
The end of every single episode was okay, you gotta do it again. The end of every single episode, he said,
Next time, Gadget.
that's perfect. Okay, so anyways, now we're doing a Inspector Gadget cartoon.
Yeah, season whatever.
Stop the progress, Keith. We're switching genres here.
I can do a claw.
Yep. Oh man. So, you know what? My favorite out of that whole block, though, because there's a whole bunch of them. Inspector Gadget, blah 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 blah. I loved Darkwing Duck.
Yes!
I love Darkwing Duck. Oh my gosh. I love
Darkwing
him.
Duck was-
Gosling.
Oh yes, Darkwing Duck was like the go show. Like when I got home from school, it was just amazing.
Darkwing Duck.
Oh, that's the one thing I do miss from like the 90s and 80s. They had such good theme tunes back then.
Oh, the theme tunes were awesome.
You just don't get that out of cartoons these days. Like, in case you get maybe one or two, but like the 80s and 90s were just like responsible for some absolute bangers.
Oh, the 80s and 90s, they literally like had like these big one-hit wonders that were like just the theme songs of the show, and everyone loved it.
I still love it.
Interesting factoid about Inspector Gadget. My dad used to sell things on eBay, like just random things you would find at thrift stores. And he had me try it once, and he had me go to thrift stores and find whatever, like, these Inspector Gadget Burger King or McDonald's? I think it was Burger King toys. And it was this Inspector Gadget toy that you would collect them all, and when you did, you could put together an Inspector Gadget out of all the toys.
Oh, so it's like a chase figure.
What?
Like, so you collect each individual part and it would form like Inspector Gadget, like a chase figure.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I would search for all these parts at thrift stores to like, oh, there's that part of Inspector Gadget. Oh, there's that part of Inspector Gadget. I would collect them all, put them together, make an Inspector Gadget, and then I would sell that on eBay.
There's one from Derek there. Imagine Robotnik saying, "Let's get dangerous," because it's the same voice actor. I honestly didn't know that was Jim Cummings. Oh.
That's
I've done so
dangerous.
much. Winnie the Pooh, Tickatoo.
I knew it was Winnie the Pooh, but it's like I'm just trying to remember Darkwing Duck's voice, and it's like I just don't remember having that Jim Cummings twang to it. But I'll have to. I've been need to rewatch it. There's a question because someone, I think it was Gloria recommended I watch the new DuckTales series. Weren't they doing Darkwing Duck in that style, or is that just like a cameo?
Okay,
A Darkwing
speaking of
Duck.
songs, that is like the best theme song.
Wait, what theme song?
The Darkwing Duck
Um,
one.
No,
Darkwing.
not the DuckTales. That was an awesome one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah, both are. Honestly, okay, the thing about Darkwing Duck did that was really clever is they brought in the original one from the cartoon, and in the show, he is in a show, he's an actor, and then they bring in a new one that kind of takes his place and becomes a Darkwing Duck that isn't in a show, like he actually fights crime. So it was really interesting how they took it and they kind of twisted it, but...
So does Darkwing Duck have his own show, or is he just a cameo in the new DuckTales?
Oh no, he's actually in the show.
I mean, does he have his own spin-off, or is he just like a cameo character?
There's been talks.
I wouldn't call it a spin-off, but there are multiple episodes with him in it.
Okay, guys, I actually gotta go. Alright?
How dare you?
Yeah, I gotta go take care of my dog and other things.
Acceptable. Give the dog a hug from me.
It's been good seeing all you guys in the live stream. You have fun, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye,
Tim.
Tim. Ciao, ciao. I'm gonna start drawing the character properly now.
I just love the weird outline you have on like the pre-sketch. It just looks like some sort of fractal design, some sort of Mandela.
Oh, yeah.
It's really mad.
What was that, you weirdo?
What? It's the onomatopoeic word for outlining wobbly lines, wobbly shapes.
Yeah, to quote Bob Ross, you have to make the little noises, otherwise it doesn't work.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing wrong this stream. I've been quiet, so I need to go. Whoa, and stuff. Let's see.
Sorry about that, guys. I didn't charge my headset today, so my battery's been slowly dying, which is cutting me in and out.
Yeah,
Oh, this is from you.
Yeah,
I've got 3% on my headphone/microphone.
Yeah, so I just had to plug into the computer, which is sad because my cord is very short. So I'm going to be sitting very upright for the next little bit.
Good for your posture.
Exactly. Well, it's good for my back since I have a thrown out disc.
Hey Derek,
Ouch.
thank you for tuning in today.
Oh, I see a Rotalis hiding in the chat. Hi, Rotalis. Season 3 question. How would an interaction between the Freedom Fighters and Chucky from Child's Play be? Very strange. Considering the fact that in Child's Play they don't have futuristic equipment, I think they'd be better equipped to handle a malicious doll than your average human would be.
I don't know, because, like, Sonic Saturday is all G and child-friendly, and then you have Child's Play.
Well, that's it. It's like, oh look, we have a possessed doll. Oh look, it's a murderous possessed doll. Let's throw it into Robotropolis. Let's let them deal with it.
Yeah, but then Robotnik would end up dying because his fancy mirror above his cool, I don't know, chair, Chucky would throw something at it, and the mirror would break, and it would come down and come to pieces.
It really kind of reminds me of Chucky. About the same size.
Need Chucky. They released Rebecca into the wild. You've got that roaming around.
Yeah, that's true. Rebecca.
It's like
That's
Sally M has its own cryptid hiding in the woods. Because they never told you what happened to that thing. I'm just convinced that Roger just let it go. Oh, we get an echo.
Slowly wandering the world, waiting to find somebody else.
She's looking for her little cupcake.
Just creeping in the forest. Where's my
Yeah,
little cupcake?
God, can you imagine that late at night? It just gets slightly closer, just this digitized voice going, cupcake!
You're trying to get to sleep in your little shed, and you're just cupcake.
With this
I have no
horrible
idea what
digital
you guys are
distortion.
talking about.
Cupcake. I gotcha.
I can send you an
What are you
image if you
talking
like,
about?
Emmy.
We're talking about
Please do, I have
Rebecca.
no idea. What is Rebecca?
You don't know Rebecca? Oh dear, you're about to get educated.
Better that way.
Oh, no.
So,
What is it?
no, one of the shows in season 2 was like a filler episode. They did like a half episode. It was what was it, like Sonic's Nightmare and Rebecca?
No, it was The Trouble with Antoine. Oh no, sorry, The Odd Couple, and then Rebecca.
Oh,
There
you're
we go,
talking
yeah.
about when they moved in together. When they moved in together.
Yeah, it was the episode after that,
Okay.
where
Yeah.
Rhoda decides he's going to try and build himself a digital assistant or something, and it looks like the Bride of Frankenstein, but it has like the voice of the nanny.
Yeah.
Show Fran Drescher.
It sounds like
Oh my
Fran.
god. Oh god.
It does. The one bad thing Rotor did was that. After that, you're like, damn, man.
I don't know. The second bad thing
Man.
Roddy did was change his look in season 2. I ain't forgiving him for that.
That's true.
there
Rotor
it
did
is.
change
Was
the
it
look.
cosmetic surgery? Or...
There you go. Enjoy. It's in the chat if you want
Yeah.
it. If you don't remember it.
Kind of going. Is in general.
It's in the random chat in the season 3 Discord.
Oh god. Oh. It kind of looks like Frankenstein.
That's what it is.
Yeah, it's Bride of Frankenstein here.
Yeah. Let's look at Keith's animation. Ooh,
Chris-
prosthetics.
Christy Coon. Rebecca is Antoine's fiance. Rebecca wanted it to be, but Antoine, no, he only has eyes for the princess.
Yes, Antoine only wants the princess.
Currently, until he grows up and
Doesn't Antoine get with
goes
money?
after someone else. Like
Alright,
Griff.
guys. I think I'm gonna sign off now.
Well, it's late for you guys, isn't it?
Yeah. Well,
It's like 1 a.m.
I was going to say, some of us were up at 3 a.m. for this stream, you know.
Oh, I'm not complaining.
A mess. All the time.
sorry.
Yeah, all
Huh?
our sleep schedules are kind of messed up because Megan goes to bed regularly, but she wakes up my time stupidly like at 5 or 4 in the morning. Next kind of runs on, I don't know what sleep schedule he runs on.
Currently yours.
I'm going
I think
Really
coffee.
mine.
schedule is a strong word for what Next has.
Well, he basically kind of runs on mine, which is bad considering I'm 8 hours ahead of him. Or behind him. Behind, I guess. No, ahead. I'm 8
Like I
hours
said, it works quite nicely for me during the summer because I essentially get to work during the cooler evening and nighttime hours, and then I sleep during the heat of the day.
There you
Oh,
go.
the other side is I never get to see any sunlight, so, you know, I've got terrible rickets now.
And then, when I wake up here at my beck and call, it's perfect. That's what happens. You have a global team.
Global slave empire.
Yeah. Yeah, the hours of sleep and who's awake at what time gets kind of confusing sometimes.
Which is why the stream was a little bit late today, because we're trying to bring together people from across 4 time zones. We've got the Eastern Seaboard, Western Seaboard, UK, and mainland Europe.
Yeah. I mean, put it this way, we had a meeting this morning, or at least this morning for me, Keith, and Megan. And we had a good meeting, like a team meeting. And Keith's already gone to sleep and woken up again, and I haven't, because for him it was like a nighttime evening meeting, and for me it was like first thing in the morning.
And I was midday for me and Glow.
It was midday for you and Glow, yeah. Whereas for me it was like early morning. So, sleeps or time schedules.
I think we've got people from South America, North America, Western Europe. Do we have anybody from Asia? Is Fiona from Asia?
No, the Asian one's the one that we're lacking. We got Europe, we got South America. We don't have Africa yet. We don't have Asia. We got so.
Gonna say, they're not Pokemon, mate. You don't have to catch them all.
Yes, we do. We need
Yes, we do. So
everyone.
we gotta get.
All the,
We need to get
the
somebody
ones.
from Asia, and we need to find somebody in Antarctica.
Hey guys, I'm gonna sign out and go to bed, but I
Yes,
love
good idea.
chatting with everybody. Beautiful work. Good night.
Good night, Megan.
Megan.
Cheers, Megan.
Bye. Night, Gloria. Bye.
Russell, UK is GMT. At the moment, we're on BST, British Summertime. Used to be GMT, and then they changed it. It goes from BST to GMT in the winter. I don't know why. It's weird.
Likes going to BS.
Goes from GMT to bullshit time.
Should be that. How would the interaction between the Freedom Fighters and the Ninja Turtles be? I didn't. If you go and read the, hang on, was that in the comic at one point? One of the Archie comics were in the sewer and like there's the Ninja Turtles just in the background.
think Antoine
I distinctly remember seeing something like that somewhere.
Was it Leonardo?
Probably.
Who does
I know there was a
Rob Paulson
crossover.
play?
The Ninja Turtles had a couple crossovers.
I distinctly remember seeing a panel from one of the Sonic comics where they're in a sewer, and in the background you just see 4 turtles and Splinter going, "We're a bit lost, guys."
I can see that. I've been lost.
And I don't know which one it was. It was either Fleetway or Archie, one of the two. But yeah.
I've barely read the Archie ones. I've definitely not read the Fleetway ones yet.
Oh, you're missing out. Fleetway's grand. It's absolutely mad.
Oh yeah, but not just mad. It's very well drawn when it comes
Oh, yeah.
to some people.
I mean, I'm not one for banging any particular kind of drums because Jaxa and that are absolutely fantastic. But yeah, the artwork on the Fleetway series is absolutely phenomenal stuff.
I like that Richard Elson comes from Judge Dredd onto Sonic. It's fun.
You can tell as well in the way it
Yeah.
draws like the technological grunge of like all the cities.
Yeah, it's hilarious. And then the late Nigel, I've forgotten his surname. Nigel, help me out. The one who drew and painted Knuckles stories.
The really short, squat, like angry Knuckles.
Yeah,
The
with
awesome
watercolors
Knuckles.
and everything.
Yeah, I don't remember the guy's name now. Oh, it's gonna bug me.
Nigel something.
Yeah, I'll find out because this is gonna bug me as well. Because I always loved his interpretation of Knuckles. It's this kind of short, squat, kind of brick of a character.
Yeah. A nice appealing style to it as well. It's a shame when he went.
I mean, it's really interesting seeing like that version of Knuckles and then seeing like the Archie interpretation of the character. They went in such different directions. Trying to find it now, can't find it. I know Dobbins kind of sounds about right, Nigel Dobbins, but then again that just sounds right because it just sounds very, very British.
Dobbington, Cheshire, Shire. Gloucester.
Oh, that always grates on me whenever you hear Americans talking about certain areas of the country that say Yorkshire. It's like, fucking sure, just sure, Yorkshire.
Don't you want to have some?
You don't have to pronounce it Shire. We're not hobbits. I mean, some of us are, but
Don't you want some Worcestershire sauce?
oh, the worst I ever heard was someone pronounce it Warrenchestershire, and I was like, I am
mean-
going to find you and I'm going to kill you.
I mean, to be fair, it's spelled so differently to how it's supposed to be said.
Yeah, but they added letters.
Ooh, worship.
Like, there's no N in there.
N?
Yeah, they pronounced it Warrenchestershire.
I've never heard that. Worcestershire.
Very easy. Worcestershire. Dead easy.
Sounds so silly though. Worcestershire. Wait.
Do it with the Yorkshire accent. Worcestershire.
I can't. I have no idea how to do that accent.
Oh,
What I
shit.
could do is a comedy Scouse-ish impression because I kind of was born in the Merseyside and used to say purple. Oh, yeah, you're right there, mate. Purple.
Oh, that's a banging name.
But yeah, I cancelled that accent like an SJ warrior.
Still can't find the guy's name. This is going to drive me mad.
Let's just call him Nigel Dobbins.
I'm just going to call him Nigel Dobbins, yeah.
Nigel Sonic the comic artist. Should come up. Nigel
That's what I'm typing.
Dobbin. Yeah, it is Dobbin.
It is Dobbin.
DOBBYN. Oh, no, Nigel Kitchen. Wait, what's Dobbin Kitchen? Why Dobbin?
No dabbing in the kitchen.
Too late.
Dab in the kitchen if I want to.
All I could hear in the background is like Sans voice.
Someone's got their AC on full belt by the sounds of things.
I wish I had an AC.
Either that or Glory's in a car.
Oh, I'm not in a car. I'm just near a pretty loud air conditioner. Sorry, I
That would
forgot.
explain it.
I've been muting myself when I'm not speaking, but I forgot to. My apologies.
Oops.
I gotta buy a new fan actually. After that stupid heat wave we had, all the fans in my house like packed it in.
The heat dome, yeah. Like, that's two words we're talking about the weather you never want to hear put together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
heat dome. We went from average seasonal temperatures of like 20 degrees to average or temperatures of like 40, 44.
Yeah, I heard some. Was it Leighton in your? Ended up being like as close to Death Valley as you can come. 50 odd.
Yeah, exactly. There was one place not too far from here that hit like 49.8 for like 4 days in a row, and then it burned down.
It burned down.
It
I
did,
shouldn't
you know,
laugh.
it did it. It was like the hottest place Canada's ever recorded, like ever, for like 4 days in a row, and then a fire swept through, a big forest fire, and the place burnt down. No, it's.
I mean,
That's
at least it ended the way you expected it to. I mean, I feel bad for everyone there, but still, it's like, wow, well, yeah, at least you went out the same. At least you kind of ended it the way expected. Wow.
I do not like the heat one bit. Like when I get in like the 20s, I'm like sweating, like I'm too hot, right? Well, after we experienced like 44 degrees where I live, and we got down to like 27 again, I'm going there. I'm going like, it's nice and cool now. It's like 27 degrees still. Like I can't. No, when you suffer a week of going easily 20 degrees above seasonal, it is not fun.
No.
And yes, I agree with Trainboy48. Len Jensen, damn you for changing Rotor in Season 2. And Antoine. Not a fan of Antoine's design in Season 2 either.
Yeah, Gino. Well, I know where you live. You live close to me. Yeah, same thing. It was breaking roads. It was too hot. It was literally... We aren't designed for that kind of heat. And we got it for like about 5 or 6 days of it, and it was just brutal.
Yeah, you ended up having to set up cold shelters for people. Like, I've never heard that term used before.
Wow.
It was basically stadiums with like the air cons on full blast where people could actually, go to cool off.
Yeah, no,
That's fucking nuts.
the complex here actually had to open up both ice arenas for when we play hockey and all that stuff. So there's no ice down there, but they actually had to open them up, and they turned on the cooling machines. Didn't make ice, but just to cool people off, because where we live, realistically, not very many people have air conditioners. Like I want to say, good like 95% of the population where we are, there's no ACs because we never need them. A couple of small fans do the trick. Like average seasonal temperature in the summertime is maybe 22, 23 degrees. Like in a normal year, we might get 4 or 5 days in the summer that we hit 30 or 31. That's our going above 30. We don't hit 35. We don't hit 40. We don't hit 44. And here we did it this year. So yeah, no, there was, and actually in BC alone, there was 720 deaths related to how hot it was, which is crazy. But that just shows that we're not used to that heat. And two words, like Nex said earlier, two words you don't want to hear together is heat and dome, and that's exactly what it was.
To be honest, I just don't like hearing the word heat. But then again, I'm a creature designed for the fjords, so...
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was toasty.
Used to love the summer as a teenager. You go out to the beach with your friends all the time and swim in the sea or whatever. As soon as you get an adult, like, now you have to work. Wait, what? Stuck inside.
Oh, fun story on that one. One of my when I used to work for Apple. For people who didn't know, I used to be one of their geniuses. That term's very subjective, I'm just going to say. And I remember rocking up one of the first days of work. It was in the dead of summer, and they were like, "Yeah, just to let you know, we had a bit of a problem. Our air conditioner broke, so it's going to get a bit sweaty in here. We did have the thing slated for repair, but unfortunately, the factory that makes the components that repair this particular brand of AC got hit by the tsunami in Japan."
Ooh, fun.
It's like, yeah, fate hates us.
There wasn't an Apple unit then.
Wasn't it what?
I said, oh, then it's not an Apple component, an Apple piece of technology.
Yeah, because you could repair it. Shots fired.
What do you mean you can't repair Apple things? What?
Well, yeah, Apple's the newest stuff. They're very, very anti-right to repair. They really, really don't like you trying to fix your stuff or take it to third-party technicians. They want you to send it to them, and they want to charge you out the backside for it.
I remember whatever computer they just released like last year, the stupid stand to hold the monitor, not even the monitor.
Yes, it was over £100. Just the stand.
It was like $400 or something like that for just the stand for the monitor. Not even the monitor, just the stand.
Yeah, the monitor alone was close to £1,000. The actual Mac itself was like closer to £4,000, and then you had to shell out an extra 100 just to get the bloody vase amount.
Yeah, exactly. Because I remember when they had that, I was like, you gotta be kidding me, Apple. Like,
the problem is they know people are going to pay for it. They can be like, yeah, well, it is the creative fields because almost everything's running off Macs these days. They're like, yeah, okay, fine, yeah, whatever. You've got us over a barrel on this one, so fine, whatever.
and then you got all the Apple people going like, so, what is your monitor stand? And people like, what do you mean, what is my monitor stand? It's the monitor and a stand together. I have a genuine Apple stand. Yeah, attached to your monitor, right? Sold separately.
Meanwhile, Dell is building entire PCs into their monitor stands.
Oh, don't tell Apple. Apple used to do that too.
Well, yeah, they have the all-in-ones, but no, Dell's actually what they're doing is they're building entire PCs into monitor stands, and then you can just put whatever monitor you want on there.
Oh, that's kind of cool, actually.
It looks very, very awesome, yeah.
Yeah, so it's not an all-in-one, it's just a stand, and you can put your 24-inch or 26-inch, whatever you want on top of it.
Yeah, it's basically just the stand, PC, base amount, put whatever screen you want on there, it'll hook up just fine. I think the screen, it's also got all the I/O and stuff in it as well, so you can plug your speakers in and whatnot. You don't have to route it through the monitor.
That's kind of cool.
Oops,
What do you guys...
Sorry, Glow, you broke up a bit there.
Oh, I was saying, I was letting Keith know it's looking really good.
Oh, thanks.
Always separate all the parts.
I love the fact that, I do the exact same thing Keith's doing with the different coloured limbs, except I do it for when I'm just doing illustration. I'd always draw, the character rough out in blue, and then I'll, put the clothes on in red.
That's a good idea. Yeah, for the limbs, when you're doing animation, it's really important, because you just have legs swapping over throughout the scene, and then you go, crap, you realise right at the end.
I want to put music over it now.
The left leg suddenly pops and becomes the right one. Sorry, Gloria?
Oh, I'm saying I think I've done that once on accident, with the legs.
Only once?
I made the rock. I've had some of the funniest, animation. I used to be so afraid of drawing, too few fingers. Well, Sonic broke that because they have 4 fingers. But I used to be so afraid of drawing 4 that I overthought it, and one time I've drawn 6 a couple times on accident. And then one time when I was animating, I did it again, and I realized I actually drew a character with 6 fingers, and I animated it. I had to go back and erase all of the picture fingers.
Really?
Yeah.
Ouch.
I did that for my life drawing once. For getting into college.
You gave someone 6 fingers?
No, yeah, there was a portfolio review. I showed him an illustration. He said, can you tell me what something's wrong with the hands? I was like, I don't know. And he's like, count the fingers. I went, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's like,
not much for observational drawing then, are you?
For me, I think it was,
Cry.
at least it was more of a fear of failure. I was so, afraid of not putting enough fingers on that I put too many. And it's just...
I'm in the reverse now. It's I'm so used to drawing Mobians with the 3 fingers and a thumb. That when I try to draw a normal hand, I'm like, the fingers look too skinny to me now, but if I try and chunk them up, I can't fit them on the palm.
Yeah, when I had to go from drawing 5 to 4, it was really weird for me too. But
the hedgehog has broken me.
Oh, you want to know something funny?
Yes.
Okay, I really enjoyed Gravity Falls. So you know how they talk about the author having 6 fingers and stuff? And, well, if you actually pay attention, Dipper and Mabel have 4 fingers, your Uncle Stan has 5, and the author has 6, so I'm like, what's so weird about a 6-finger? I don't...
wait, without pin spoilers, I can't remember. Who was the author in the end? Spoiler
Wait.
alert.
Wait, if
But-
that's I don't know. Should we do sport?
It's been out for long enough. I think you can at this stage. If you've not watched it, right? Okay, they're going to do spoilers for Gravity Falls. If you don't want to know, turn your volume off now.
It's Stan's twin brother, isn't it?
You have to be quick. Yeah,
For Uncle
Stan's-
Ford.
Okay,
Or, yeah. It was Stan's twin brother.
that's it. Okay, yeah. Remember,
It
like
was
a
a really
father figure, but I couldn't put my finger on it.
I mean, I'm one of these people who, like, you know, when a show has been out for X amount of time, I think you've lost the chance to be able to claim for spoilers. You know,
Yeah.
it's like the series is done.
Some people haven't, seen things, and I'm like, I don't, eh.
Oh well. I mean, we won.
No, we gave a warning, so we're good with it.
Gravity Falls actually was one of my favorite shows in the last, 5
Oh.
years.
But
One
people
of
are
the
being
best.
born every day, so there's that.
I have been drooling over the backgrounds for Gravity Falls recently.
Ah, yeah.
There's good.
It's so good.
If you like those, check out Amphibias. They're like
I have been. I've been binging that as well.
You've been binging it?
Yeah, Owl House as well.
Oh, I haven't watched Owl House. But I am a big Amphibia fan.
I've only watched one episode. I've got to get.
I'm still kind of on the fence about how they're going with. I mean, I'm not sure if it's only for one episode or if they're going the whole route. But the whole putting the thing back in the human world is like, like the weird frogs.
What's his fascination with?
You're not further than I am. I haven't finished the second season yet. So.
I've only seen screenshots from what they're planning of the next season. It looks like they're taking everything back to Earth. I'm like, I hate that trope.
Yeah.
You have this wonderful world to explore here, and you're like, nah, let's make it mundane. Let's see what it's like if they go back to school.
Oh, high school. The bane of creativity.
I should probably check to see if we've got any questions. How did the Freedom Fighters know Sniffy hates Robotnik in the Season 3 comic?
No comic guys here, right?
Well, I'm one of the comic guys, but
That's true. You're one of the comic guys.
Do they know? I mean, at least not. They wouldn't. I don't know. Was that something they ever actually picked up on in the past?
in the show, not really. They kept most of Robotnik and Snively's interaction, the antagonistic side of things, private, usually when things were going wrong.
Okay.
So I'm assuming what they mean is during one of Snively's monologue rants, where he's talking about how he's not going to mess up the same way his stupid uncle did. Unless you're talking about that.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know if he calls him stupid though, but
Or he wouldn't mess up the way Robotnik would. He'd kind of talk down to him in a condescending fashion. I think that's what you're hitting at there. So it's probably during one of Snively's little monologues. They sort of hint that there was a little bit of disrespect between the two.
yeah, he's just, do not confuse me for my uncle. Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. Speedy asks, who wouldn't hate Robotnik? Cluck. Cluck wouldn't hate Robotnik.
Ah, Miss Cluck. He's I love that his appearance in that Sonic Spinball game.
He has a generic badnik, yeah.
It's like, oh, cool! I can pop his brains out in the game.
So many of them.
Yeah, we needed them to jump up on that platform, I remember. Boing, pop.
Dirty Dodge 96 asks, do you think you would ever toy with the idea of a villainous group of Mobians that would are Robotnik sympathizers? Suppose I still think we need Tim on hand for that kind of a question.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
what to reply. We're not taking any submissions, but on the personal
Because in
level,
those situations, it'd be. Oh, I think it's more just I think it's more just a hypothetical situation. Yeah, I mean, I could see there being sympathizers. Well, not sympathizers, but what's the word I'm looking for?
idiots. No.
Collaborators. I could see there being collaborators. I mean,
Oh, racketeers.
I could definitely see them there being a few, who don't want to end up in a roboticizer. So, I mean, let's face it, Sonic Underground essentially did that with the dingoes, didn't they?
Yeah.
So yeah, I could see that happening.
Let me get those.
Yeah, Sonic the Comic did that, yeah.
Wait, what happened in Sonic the Comic? I got a very.
Sonic the Comic, there were... You ended up... it happened loads of times in Sonic the Comic. You had Mobians who would act like they needed help from Team Freedom, only to turn out that they were working for Robotnik the entire time. There was loads of them.
Oh, and yeah, I'm remembering like some sort of mushroom village.
That was Angel Island.
Yeah, what was that? I don't remember.
was when
Maybe they help with those spiky jawed creatures. Not creatures, sorry, the robots. With the big jaws.
God, those things looked so weird. That was one of the things about Fleetway I don't think I could ever get used to, was their super badniks, I think they were called.
Yeah, I don't know, I accepted them. I never really gave them a...
It was the fact they looked so out of place compared to, like, your Buzz Bombers and your Crab Meats and all that, and just out of nowhere there's these Judge Dredd looking wasteland bots just stomping around the place with, like, orc faces. Like something out of Warhammer 40k than Sonic. It was so strange.
Ah, yeah. Got a lovely influences.
Oh yeah, that's true, man. And Will, so there was the Dr. Robotnik Underground Appreciation Society, yeah. They were working to bring him back to power after he gets dethroned. Oh, they're literally like a cult, though, aren't they? They're like hiding in basements wearing black robes.
There's always one group.
Yeah, apparently Bunny's uncle collaborated with Robotnik in the comics. I don't know what a Dark Egg Legion is, but it sounds disappointing.
Talking about legions, a legion of the... what are they called? The Metallics.
Oh, yeah, the Brotherhood of Metallics, yeah.
Beautiful
Let's take
idea.
Metal Sonic and and basically just rip off the Sentinels and make millions of them.
Oh, I love that idea.
So did I. I mean, I love Master Mold as a character, so when they brought in, what is it, Metallics Prime or whatever it's called, I was like, yeah, I'm down for this.
Yeah.
Alright, you guys, I think I need to head out.
Yeah, you.
Oh, before you run off, Glow, do you want to tell everyone what you've been working on recently?
What I've been working on?
Yeah, do you want to pimp the review?
Guitar.
Oh, yeah, I've been animating a scene. It's actually the
Shall we
scene
show
before... Oh. What?
Shall we show that as a little treat for the
Yeah, if you want to.
stream?
I know the animatic was released, so it's not really a spoiler. Yeah, it's actually the scene right before the one that Keith is animating right now.
Yeah, why not? Let's go, guys.
For those of you who stuck around for this long while we rambled on, you get a little treat.
Oh, Fiona's uploaded. I mean, yeah, one of our... Yeah. Cool. Ah, it's looking nice. Still needs work, but it's looking great. Okay, let's see.
Dell is actually kind of cool. Was in like the computer company? Oh, that's an acronym for Dark Egg Legion. Ah, I get you.
Thought it meant Dell down the road.
Dell Boy. Yeah, Dell Boy's alright, provided you don't want like quality goods. It all fell off the back of a lorry, so it's a bit on the damage side. But you can trust old Dell Boy.
Resource. Let's call it.
Barbecue.
Yes, barbecue. Internet.
Ah.
Resource. Firefox, no. Explorer. Yeah, it's Explorer. Yeah.
Try and find it.
What's this called?
You do Discord, but it should be in. Six sketches as well.
how would an interaction between the freedom fighters and the Simpsons would be?
Horrible.
Sitting around Knothole, chatting. Bart trying to keep up with Sonic and failing miserably.
Homer getting roboticized.
Uh,
On the search for donuts.
Lisa hanging around with Rota. Actually, no, that would just be Homer freaking out after realizing there's no donuts in Knothole.
It's chili dogs.
It would just be like that episode from the one where he hops from dimension to dimension, so he hops back in time and keeps stepping on stuff to change the past. And he gets back to one that looks like everything's fine. And he goes, pass me a donut, and they say, donut? What's a donut? And he just freaks out. That would be it.
Okay,
I can't remember that episode.
are we
You not
ready?
find Keith? Yeah,
I'm
we're
gonna
ready.
play the Gloria's
Alright.
piece of animation. Let me just pause the music because it's got music of its own.
Ooh.
I still have to go in and animate the hands because
Yeah, gotta play those chords. It's only short.
Hey, that's lovely.
It's sick, as they say, the kids nowadays. Well, not nowadays, like 10 years ago.
That's been the close up. Absolutely glorious. Or glorious.
thanks. I'm still waiting for it to pop up on mine for some reason. It's the lag, probably.
Yeah, so we're
Yeah.
Do we have the music for this, Keith, or no?
Yeah.
Or are we just playing it? Okay.
It's
You see, I'm just going to imagine that with burning way past cool over it. Just the end bit, we're burning way past cool. No. I'm just going to imagine that.
Thanks. This one was actually I felt this was my first animated scene on the show, so I was a little nervous going in, but Keith gave me a lot of really great notes and tips, so
yeah, I whipped her
He
into
helped-
shape.
forward.
You call that an arc? No.
You
Okay.
call it.
Is
No,
that
I'm
really payload nap?
Yeah, always learning.
No,
Anyway,
I need to improve.
Guys.
Obviously, as this stream has shown.
Oh, you're
No.
doing good, good, Keith.
You're self-depreciating. Don't you do that. We'll do that for you.
absolutely unacceptable.
There's nothing more honest than what's being shown right now.
Which is awesome.
Nice.
I mean, I'm loving it because I get to see how you go about actually animating bodies and stuff, from start to finish. Because I've obviously seen you do the cleanup stuff, but I've never seen you do the full-on rough stuff.
Ah, yes, because I'm not very good at that. Kidding. I don't know. Yeah.
Alright, guys, I need to call it a night, because it's
Night,
getting
Gloria.
late. So, it's good talking to y'all. Y'all take
Good.
care.
Close behind
Good
you.
night, Bunny. I mean, Gloria.
Go on, give us a bunny good night before you go.
Give us what?
Give us a bunny-styled good night before you go.
Groggy, sleepy version.
Oh, give me a sec. Oh, this is difficult. Sorry. Good night. Sorry, I'm losing it.
Use the voice.
Alright, everyone. Good night, and thanks for coming to our live stream. We've had a really good time, and I hope you all take care. So, bye.
There you go.
Good night, bunny. That was awesome.
That was amazing.
Bye. Good night.
Good night.
Yeah, waking up at 3 a.m. was worth it.
I'm soon behind you. It's late for me too.
Well, I'm going to still chug on if Nex will help moderate the chat for a bit.
I don't think they need moderating. They just need keeping entertained. I can talk absolute rubbish at them. That's not difficult for me. It's whether or not they want to listen.
I'll be able
Oh,
to.
they listen.
I think they can sound like a threat. Oh, they'll listen.
Oh, they'll listen. Oh, yes, they will. Oh, ha, 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 ha.
I just love the fact that ever since we started chatting about Fleetway, I've just been subconsciously drawing techno on my iPad this entire time.
Oh, nice. Send it my way.
Oh, well.
I'll show everyone.
Oh,
I've got the cycle down. Let me just put that on the guide layer. Here we go. Let's move her over here so we can see. There we go. Now let's get her. I hope the music goes like that. Otherwise,
That's what it's reminding me of, because I've been watching an awful lot of the. I don't know if you guys know Lackadaisy.
yes.
Lackadaisy Cats animation, because they did one of their character Ivy doing like I think it's, I don't know what the 1920s dances were called, Charleston or something. Just her doing it. I'm just kind of getting that kind of a vibe. I just kind of imagine like this kind of like jazzy star music playing in the background.
Oh yeah, but like a bootleg version of that.
it's doing pretty good, Keith.
Mina's got the moves. Mina, she's got the moves. Mina.
She's got no
She's
attitude.
really loose, Nina.
She's really loose, is she? Steady on, that's a kid's show.
Easy there, Keith.
And then she's got arms that wobble, I guess. No, I don't know. Rubber hose, that's it.
Noodle limbs.
Yes.
No, the animation isn't out yet, but it's still coming. The Lackadaisy one. Anyways.
Oh yeah. They're still plugging away on that, but they're doing some absolutely awesome work. They also stream they also do little animation streams every now and again. Although I keep missing them. Although considering how annoying I am with the kind of questions I ask, it's probably for the best. I drive them nuts.
Nah, I'm sure you have very intelligent questions.
No, most of my questions are just more along the lines of like, ooh, what's that do? What's this do? What's that do? How's that work?
Okay, I'm about to leave you two Brits alone.
Ah, you poor guys.
Yeah.
Once again, Britain rules everything.
Yeah, we're just gonna
Whoa.
complain about the rest of the world and say how wonderful fish and chips are.
I had fish and chips yesterday.
I had fish and chips a couple of days ago, actually. It was really good.
Because I was far too lazy to cook yesterday.
I was too lazy to cook today. That's why I had a burger, but it took forever to get it. That's why I was late to the stream.
We thought you were in the pub.
Well, I was in the pub, but they made burgers, so I was waiting for that.
Ah.
Yeah, there may have been 3 or 4 or 5 drinks in between that and the burger. I don't know.
I lost count after 12.
Wow, you were having a light session, weren't you?
No. I was on my way because I took apart the truck tonight to help paint it, my friend's truck, and
he doesn't know about this. They just had a few beers. He decided to take apart his truck.
Before the couple beers and the burger, I was at my friend's house all day long with my horse, and we're rebuilding her old truck.
The horse
so
too?
we did that.
Wow.
So,
You've been training it well.
what's that?
Yeah, man, horse is a certified mechanic.
It is, yeah. The horse, she joined in. It was good. Held some tools. So anyways, we did that. Then I left early because I wanted to be part of the stream. So I went down to the pub to get a burger because I didn't want to cook dinner tonight. So I had a beer, and they were really busy. And then I had like 4 beers, and I finally got my burger and came here.
Do you guys have to like book to get into those places? I mean, they've still got that happening around here. You have to like ring up in advance and go, "We want to come to pub, pub table." Although without the Yorkshire accent, because I live in Newcastle, but my Geordie accent's terrible.
Oh no, it's all good. It's just well, we're totally opened up here now. Well, not totally, but basically opened up. Anyways, I'll leave you two Brits at it. Don't burn the place down.
I can only promise to try.
Twisted fire
Well-
starter.
If you
The
try,
roof is on fire. I'm not going to finish that because this is a kid's show.
I was going to say, we don't need no water. Let the
Yes, we're not allowed to say that. Rude.
yeah.
Plus, you poor people shouldn't be singing that song.
Who should?
You shouldn't. You're on fire at the moment.
Well, the provinces. I'm not like personally on fire, but the rest of the provinces. Anyways, have a good night.
Good night, Good night, Chuck.
Night.
Night, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Ciao.
Now you're stuck with us now.
Haha. Haha. What can we get? What mischief can we get up to on the stream? Shall we draw
Just if you want,
buff Sonic and buff Robuff?
buff Nick. No one needs that inflicted on them. We keep that for special occasions when people have been good.
Haha. Wait, what
Again,
do I
good's a
do?
very subjective term in that case.
Oh, got it the wrong way round.
Oh yeah, for those of you guys who didn't know, Keith actually worked on Skullgirls. And I only found out recently that Skullgirls is going to be added to the EVO esports tournament scene recently.
Oh, cool.
So there you go,
beans.
Keith, your work's going to be on a world stage.
Well, it's mostly the in-house crew. They did all the creative great work. Although we did have some wonderful sessions where we all got on, what is it, this program online? There's like I forgot what it's called. And Alex Ahad was there, and so was Mario. I'm pronouncing it wrong. Cartwright, who was the animation supervisor, director, and they asked us to just draw down ideas all together live of character moves, and some of my moves got on there. I'm really happy. Like
Oh, cool. Which ones? Are they the ones that you animated there on your YouTube channel?
No, those are the moves I was given to animate, but we actually got to design some moves. So I don't know if there's a lot of them could be just coincidences, but there was a mic drop, there was a big was it a timeout chair? No, a move where the bodyguards of Eliza would push a big what are they called? Not a settee or a saffron, a big one-seater couch that you drape yourself over. You see it?
Oh, yeah, another kind of things you mean, yeah.
I forgot what it's called. Anyway, they push one of those and crush all the other characters. I've forgotten the moves. I've got some moves drawn down somewhere. But yeah.
Oh, Kirsty Kuhn, Skullgirls is a 2D style beat-em-up.
Yeah, along the lines of Street Fighter, the old Capcom SNK stuff. But HD
Very cartoony,
graphics,
very cool.
HD drawings, not pixel art. At what stage does pixel art become normal drawings?
I know what you mean, because like, technically they're all made up of pixels, but that being said, though, some of those pixel artists out there are absolutely mad.
Yes.
There's this one chap I think I'm following over on Twitter where every time they post, you swear from a distance that it's just a bog standard Photoshop painting until you get right into it and you realise it is all just pixels and you think, that is nuts. I didn't know that Skullgirls was made popular by Canadians.
Was it?
Apparently. According to Russell Archer there.
Oh, cool. What do you mean they make up the biggest percentile of players?
Couldn't tell you. Although I'd be curious to see how it performs at EVO. Because I'm one of those big nerds who likes watching esports.
It should go well because it was designed to be a competitive fighter game. So I'm just.
In fact, it's going to be going up against the likes of. Hey, that being said, Guilty Gear Strive's animation is absolutely fantastic as well.
Yeah, are they using 3D nowadays?
Yeah, but they're doing the whole 3D to made like 2D as they're doing with anime these days. It looks really, really, really sharp.
Yeah, it's going to be out of a job soon.
Yeah, you wish someone still had to draw that stuff. Just because it's all done by anime, just because it's all computer generated these days, doesn't mean someone doesn't actually have to sit back there and rig the whole thing.
Oh yay, I'm going to be a rigger.
That sounds like such a dull job, doesn't it?
It is.
What do you do? I rig puppets all day.
Some people really love it, and which
Oh,
is
yeah,
great
for
for
sure.
them. But yeah, your average goer or whatever. No,
I mean, I'm going to be honest. I can't imagine like watching actual animation films in a rigged style. I mean, yeah, I mean, looking at the Guilty Gear Strive cinematic stuff, you can tell that was all hand drawn. That was all hand animated.
Oh yeah.
You just couldn't get some of those motions with rigs.
Yeah, you'd have to have really, really expensive setups and a lot of work putting into it. And it's like, why don't you just draw it?
From Rotalist there, is Richard Branson shooting himself into space tomorrow? Or today, technically, for me.
I didn't even know.
Is he going to beat Jeff Bezos then?
Is he the Virgin guy? Not.
Yep.
Yeah, the Virgin Media.
Virgin Galactic.
Galactic now. Oh, wow.
That's what they call themselves, yeah, Virgin Galactic. The company we used to systematically mock back when I worked on the Al train station is building a spaceport but couldn't run a train service. So who in their right mind is going to trust them to shoot you into space?
That's a good point. Right, my son better do an engineering degree rather than art, because art's going to be useless when we all try and have a space race to occupy different planets.
I was going to say, has Milo taken any interest in the doodling yet?
No, he hates it. He loves modelling. He loves. He's well, since he was like 1.5 or 2, he's been building giant dinosaurs out of those big Lego blocks. And now he's on these small Lego pieces. But yeah, maybe they're a bit too complicated for him to do his own things. But he likes building the complicated dinosaurs and stuff together with me. And I say, get that piece, put it there. Do this, do that. You're going to be an engineer.
You're being a foreman, are you?
Yeah. Teaching him to build stuff. No drawing.
Virgin Galactic's a bit ambitious. Well, they're all a bit ambitious, but then again, ambition breeds innovation, doesn't it?
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm kind of liking the way that your old Virgin Galactics and your SpaceX are going about things, because it just kind of reminds me of the kind of technological leaps driven by competition you used to have, like in the early 20s, where people just kept wanting to outdo each other to the extent where they would just create absolutely madcap designs for aviation and whatnot. Like, think of the Concorde. That was driven by a desire to one up the competition.
Get confused by these feet. Which way round is it?
She's got those happy feet.
Let me just put these legs on a different layer so I don't get too confused. Drag this down, there we go.
Good night, Dirty Dodge.
Oh, we've got no music. Silly me.
Derp.
Hippy dippy gip. So when are you going to stream your next Sonic Adventure?
Oh yeah, I've not done that for a while, have I? I probably should do that I might actually do that today, to be honest. I might do that this evening, because I've mostly been doing it over the weekends, but I've not done one for a couple of weeks. Because I've been busy.
Busy, you say?
Got a website to build, don't I? Otherwise, Chief's going to break my kneecaps.
I've got to learn Cockney slang.
You really don't! Yeah, fun fact on the old Concorde thing. Did you know that the nose of the Concorde was literally named the Droop Snoot?
Its official title.
That was its official title, yes. It was called the Droop Snoot.
I love that. I wish I got to ride a Concorde before they became too amazing to use.
I remember hearing recently that they're trying to sort of essentially bring it back, supersonic flight. Again, the same kind of model where it's literally only for insanely rich business people, but they're actually trying to bring Concorde back in some fashion.
Right, let's see this leg. Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum. No, yeah. Got it the wrong way round, haven't I? Oh, Botox.
So in terms of the animation software, do you also use Toon Boom, or do you alternate between like various programs? Do you like start doing the roughs in Adobe Animate, then hop over to Toon Boom for the cleaner stuff? And
for an actual production, we do everything in the same program because I get to a small part. But for myself, yeah, that is something I've been working on recently, where I did the layout and main pose in Photoshop, then I passed it over to Animate to clean it up, Adobe Animate, and then I'll put it in a different program, and I want to use Blender at some point. Because Rotalis actually in the chat would be someone to talk to about that, because he works exclusively in Blender. Ah, nice, because I want to use the grease pencil tool and build a 3D background.
Oh, in the same way that what's his name, Worthy Kids does for stuff like Big Top Burger.
I don't know what that is.
If you get a chance to pop on YouTube and have a look, the guy does all of his work in Blender. It's hand animated with like a mix of 3D elements, but even the 3D elements have this kind of 2D aspect to them. It's really, really impressive.
Cool, I'll check that out.
I would really recommend watching Big Top Burger, because like they're short episodes, they're like 2 to 4 minutes long each. I think there's like the one season that it was only like 4 episodes, but it's really weird, really wacky, and really interestingly animated, and it's all done with Blender. Keith here, who's animating right now, wrote this. He's interested in learning how to use the old Blender at some stage, so I was hyping you up. Saying he knows how to use that there Blender. And he's not talking about smoothies either.
Yeah, I made these legs different colours so I wouldn't get confused, but now I'm getting confused.
I noticed that, especially when you... I mean, I get this when I'm doing like really big illustrations, because like I said, as I'll do like the rough out of the character poses in blue, then I'll start clothing them in red, and then I'll start using green to do in like the base background. But then I want to start adding in props, and my brain goes, well, we've already used green, red and blue. There are no more colours to choose from. What else are we going to use? Yellow? Get out of here.
You can't see yellow. Don't be silly, Slap.
Cyan? That's not even a real colour, son.
Puce. Burnt umber? Get out of here.
I still love, was it that Homestar Runner, where I had Italian same as a colour, just another thing for beige. I was like, I could see some janky paint company using that. I mean, I remember the last time I had to help, I was helping renovate a friend's property, and the colour they used to do one of their walls, it was a nice kind of greyish blue, but the damn paint can had Lunar Sunrise written on it. I thought, for God's sakes, just write bluey grey.
Bluey grey. No, it's actually important. We should probably learn all these names of colours for, especially if you're like an illustrator that paints.
I refuse to learn daft colour names like that. It's like my mate who once came out, like, hey mate, I see you wearing a pink shirt. It's not pink, it's aggressive salmon.
There we go. No, because this foot... Oh, I've done it again. Someone killed me.
Does her feet keep switching legs or something?
I've got something's happening with the jump, but this part... See, I'm terrible. I'm so stupid. I can't actually animate and talk to people at the same time.
I think that goes with every kind of discipline. Whenever I try and chat to people when I'm drawing, I always take a million times longer, because I'm always stopping to chat and going back and forth on myself.
Yeah, this leg needs to be blue because she's switching legs. She's switching legs whilst doing the.
Is Sonic going to transform into a Saiyan hedgehog in this series? If you mean is he going to go Super Sonic, I'm going to have to say spoilers on that one because you're going to have to wait to find out.
Yes, it will do. Or not, depending. Here we go, last time. Haha.
I have faith in you.
That should do it. Let's see. Yeah, we go. Whew.
Oh, I see where you've had the hiccup. Yeah, it's just that the end of the leg wasn't like fully connecting up to the waist, so it looked like it was the leg behind.
Yeah, and the double jump in the middle, boom, 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 boom. That kind of added like an idiot. Yay, double bouncing, yeah. Okay, now I know what I'm doing. I can go and flesh this thing out. Let's see if I can do it in half an hour.
Alright, it's going to be 8 o'clock in the morning for you, isn't it?
It is 8 o'clock in the morning.
Another one of these questions. I like these kind of questions. How would an interaction between the Freedom Fighters and the Griffins from Family Guy go? Probably the same as the Simpsons, I would imagine. An awful lot of sitting around and chilling while... I mean, there's not really an awful lot... I mean, I don't know. I mean, I kind of want to see like a punch-up between like Robotnik and Peter now, just in the same vein like the chicken and Peter. That would just be funny as all out.
There's going to be a lot of breaking the fourth wall with Robotnik being so confused about the flashbacks.
Oh, and you could have this wonderful just depression face-off between Meg and Snively.
Oh, that would be amazing.
This feels like Peanuts. As in Charlie Brown Peanuts?
Wait, and the King, what's his face? Fox, dude. King Acorn. Tim Curry.
Oh, Tim Curry.
Though, I doubt. Yeah, Tim Curry and Stewie. On British accents.
Oh, good lord.
What?
Although I imagine Brian would be just right at home, because, you know, it's just animals that talk. It's like, hey, I'm a dog that talks. Yeah, well, congratulations. This guy's a dog that talks. You're not special. Will the Death Egg make an appearance in this series? Again, spoilers, cannot say. Also, do not know.
What am I doing? Head.
I think the insane Fleetway Supersonic is very much restricted to Fleetway, Matt. I don't think anyone could really rip that off without anyone pointing at it and going, "You're ripping them off!"
You could always do it like in a variation to make Supersonic like an uncontrollable character. You know, there's some sort of negative aspect to it. It doesn't have to be insane evil, but it can be something that makes it like not an easy get out of jail free card. You know.
I always got the vibe with the Fleetway Supersonic that they were trying to ape the Hulk, the whole uncontrollable rage aspect. That if left unchecked could literally, you know, just keep spiraling out of control.
Yeah, I'm gonna move this all the way over back here. Make it a little bit bigger so it fits.
Oh, I get what you mean, Rotalus. Yeah, the little Peanuts dance thing they do, yeah.
Yeah.
Although now I'm just imagining like Tails off in the background doing like Snoopy's little, you know, tippy tappy dance.
I'm showing my age.
Oh, not again, not on stream, mate. Come on, put your age away. Children watching.
What's happening? Oh, best not to ask, really. I gotta get some more music. I've exhausted this this compilation?
I'd say just put the what's the 30th anniversary concert on. Everyone can enjoy that.
Can we? Are we loud?
I wouldn't. I don't see why they wouldn't. Why they would stop us. I mean, Sega's pretty good about not copyright striking people.
Orchestra.
Watch me be wrong.
Slash. Destroyed 5 hours of animation.
Oh no, you'd probably get most of it, and then all of a sudden the audio would just stop. But by that point, all the interesting conversations already happened.
Here we go. Oh, 4 minutes. Let's skip right to the beginning. Here we go. Oh, I love orchestra's tuning sounds. Wish they had more of it here. Love hearing everything harmonise, from a mess to a beautiful harmony.
I remember someone once likening the harmonising bit they do at the beginning of an orchestra to like the 56k dial-up noise. Like, you just know something's about to happen when you hear that noise. It's like it's a lead up to something good.
Yeah. It always reminds me of Fantasia.
Oh god, I haven't seen that film in ages. I remember watching it when I was a kid. It was like the final bit with that devil around the volcano used to freak me out as a kid.
Devil?
With the combination of the music.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, that was nightmare fuel.
So it sounds like we need to go back and rewatch if it weren't for the fact that I'm currently not giving Disney my money because they're evil.
What's going on here? What can I get out of? There we go. I think I need this Fiona. Not Fiona. Mongoose. What's her name?
Mina!
Mina the Mongoose. I need her profile. Let me just chuck him over here then.
Do you still have all the other freedom fighters open on that sheet? Because I'm trying to remember. Just out of curiosity, do you draw the bird? Does he have bird legs or does he have?
He has bird legs. Yes.
I thought as much.
Oh, I can't go over this way. There we go. Why is everything going so slowly?
What is the age target range for the show? It would be the same age range target for the original show. So we're not trying to make it more mature. We're not trying to dumb it down. It's the same age bracket. So it'll be sort of like.
You see, I did actually draw him without boots on, because he was without boots in the original model sheets. But then I saw him in the show, and he has boots on, so I added boots.
Ah, right. I meant like the original like legs, because you know how like the feathers terminate at like the waist, and then it would just be like these little stick things.
Oh.
I was just curious if they did it like that or not.
One thing I had to do though was when I did draw everyone, they were all out of proportion, so I had to go back over. Like Fiona Fox, I made her a lot taller than she is here, so I had to change her proportions, just so that they all fit in the same world and don't look like they're all from a different cartoon. You know, like you judge it by the head size. But you know,
I imagine that was really difficult with porting in characters like, you know, obviously like Fiona works quite well because, you know, you've essentially got Sally as a basis. Yeah. But like Jen's characters, they've got much bigger eyes than the rest of the cast. So I imagine that was quite difficult making them look like they all worked.
Oh, the eyes wasn't a problem, I guess, because they don't really match. But I mean, it's can't help it because of how the original series was. Everyone's got like Antoine's got tiny little beady eyes like this.
I meant more with the case that like some of the characters have that very distinct sonic muzzle.
Yeah.
Whereas with other characters, they're obviously going for that more animalistic look.
Yeah, that doesn't help. Right.
I mean, I suppose it's one of the things I always found really endearing about the show was the fact like Sonic and Chuck were the only ones that had like the traditional Sonic muzzle, whereas everyone else had like, you know, more. They were trying to be more animalistic in a more cartoony sense, so he kind of stuck out like that. Whereas you go into like the more modern Sonic comics and the more modern Sonic media, every one of the characters, unless you're looking at like Vector, has that muzzle eye combo. That's the one.
Yes. Let me just. There we go.
Which honestly, I mean, despite how creative some of the designs are for some of these characters, it does somewhat dilute them a bit, I find.
Yeah.
But then again, I suppose it's a stylistic thing, you know. It makes them all very grounded. You know, they're all part of the same universe when they've all got the same muzzle.
What am I doing? Sorry, just give me a sec to think. Because I'm, again, dumb as stupid as mud.
Any more questions? Another one of the what-ifs. Freedom Fighters and Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Where you'd have Shake constantly trying to get into Robotropolis. We'll be thinking that's probably the safer bet. Meanwhile, just chilling with Tails. Frylock chatting with Sally and Rhoda. Yeah. Carl probably exploded somewhere, because that's usually what happens to him. How many episodes long do you plan on making this season? Well, unfortunately I can't give a clear-cut answer to that because that would be the purview of the writer who is busy writing the comic and the animation. So he would be the one to tell you how many they planning on stretching it out to. So if you look at the comic, you would currently be up to at least 7 episodes, not including shorts, because I don't think the shorts would have been animated, but...
Though we're just focusing on the first episode for now.
Yeah, aye. Walk before you can run.
Yep. Let me get that head and put it in here somewhere. Let me go and rotate it.
So were these model sheets drawn by yourself, Keith, or were these from Tim?
I drew the model sheets, but I got some rough sketches of, like, from a single pose of the character, and I kind of adjusted that and then turned it into a model sheets. That could be with a turnaround. We only did turnarounds for the background characters. We didn't need like expression sheets or anything else. Clean up line, thickness sheets. Well, I'm feeling the effects of the second dose now.
Oh no, you're not having the flu symptoms, are you?
Something's kicking in.
You got the achy arm.
Oh yeah, I had that. But
You know, I mean, I only had the one shot, but I didn't get the achy arm. And if I did, I didn't notice. Because, like, they obviously did it in my right arm, even though I said, please put it in my left. I kind of need my right for drawing. But my arm is constantly, like, locked to this L, you know, in that L position all the time. And it was, like, the bicep constantly tense. So that arm was already aching anyway. So it's like, I can't tell if it's the vaccine or if it just hurts because I'm terrible. Like, oh, well, you might have a headache as well. It's like, yeah, I've got that 24/7 as well. Because I've got a weird sleeping schedule and I drink too much coffee, so yeah. Check on that. And they just went, well, unless you come down with a full-blown version of the disease, you're not going to know if you've had it or not. What is your favourite Sonic music? Oh, God. I could literally just say the entirety of the Sonic 3 soundtrack, but that would be a bit disingenuous. If I had to pick individual tracks, not including Sad AM, because I love Fastest Thing Alive. I love the Sonic Boom from Sonic CD. Absolutely love that one. Absolutely love Ice Cap. I love Lava Reef. Bridge Zone from the Game Gear Sonic 1. I mean, there's so many I could go through, but I think those would be like my big picks. What about you, Keith?
Music. I love the ending of Sonic 2, Dreams Come True, is it? And of course, yeah, Ice Cap, which was the Jetsons one. Was it Hard Times?
Hard Times.
Feeling in hard times myself.
Yes. Brains fan. It is the music from the Sonic Symphony for the 30th. That was one, I mean, I oddly enjoyed, despite the fact that the lyrics were absolute garbage and I hated the dubstep bit. The remix they did of the Sonic Colors ending theme, I oddly enjoyed that. Somehow stupidly happy it sounded.
Oh yeah. Wait. How'd it go? Yeah. No, I remember.
It was the one with all the synthesizer voice over it.
Yeah.
I mean, that song would have to be a guilty pleasure for me because I know, like, from a music standpoint, it is absolute trash. But like something about it just makes me go, "Oh, this is fun. I like this." I really shouldn't. Matt. But the question is, which Labyrinth Zone? Do you mean Game Gear or Genesis? Because for me, it would have to be the Game Gear version. I think the Game Gear version trumps the Genesis one.
Oh, the Game Gear one. When they did the whole compilation, that was a nice treat because
Yeah.
the difference between low quality MIDI versus full on orchestra with 30 odd musicians. Rather.
Speaking of which, guys, the person who composed the tracks for the 30th, at least the orchestral one, T. Lopez, they have a YouTube channel where they've composed a bunch of tracks for Sonic 2 HD Remaster that they were doing. So they've got stuff like Emerald Hill, Hilltop Zone, but they have also done some of the tracks from the Game Gear version as well, including Bridge Zone and Jungle Zone, which are really, really good. I used to hate the Jungle Zone theme until I heard the T. Lopez version. I'm like, wow, this is catchy now.
Yeah, he's super talented. He knows about appeal.
He knows how to make a banging chown or two.
Chow. You and your colloquialisms. Why is this going so slowly?
Because you're talking.
No, I mean the playback.
Oh, couldn't tell you.
So I just get rid of the... No, that's the background. I'll get rid of the background, don't really need it.
Rotorless, is that not the colours end theme? Speak with your heart. Okay, cheers for the heads up on that one. I thought it was pronounced Lopez, because, you know, E's. It's the problem with being British, we have so many silent E's, I can never know if I'm supposed to pronounce them or not.
Wait, what's that?
Apparently his name's pronounced Lopes, like soaps,
Oh,
not
T.
Lopez.
Okay, yeah, T. Lopes. That's true, actually. Lopes.
Like I said, we've got so many silent E's in the English language, well, at least in, you know,
T. Lopes.
British English, that I never know if I'm supposed to pronounce the E's on stuff or not.
T. Lopez, the Latino version, with the nice...
Muy bueno. Me gusta.
Mucha música. I'm being silly. I can actually speak Spanish.
I can't. I can speak a bit of German and an awful lot of Double Dutch.
Nice.
Double Dutch is slang for rubbish.
I meant about the German.
Alright, well, yeah, I used to live there, so kind of had to, didn't I?
Oh, yeah. Well, I did, but I'm not very good at German.
I always find it funny whenever you go across to Germany because, I mean, they're more than happy. They're lovely, lovely people over there. But whenever you try to speak German to them, they almost take it like a challenge. It's like, oh, you think you know German, do you? So you'll go in there, you know, and you'll try to order just like a cup of coffee, and they'll hear you trying to speak German, and they will just fire questions at you like a machine gun just until you break.
I had a friend who had a laugh. Just, because I got by with German, kind of, but then he'd just come along and say, oh, okay then, just just go at 200 miles per hour and test my level, and I just sit there going, "Ja, das stimmt, genau." No idea what he says though.
And he's just sitting there smirking at you the entire time. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's got a big old smirk.
So are you able to get by in Italian?
Yeah, because it's very similar to Spanish, so I can just be picking it up.
Weird. It's like for languages like German, I'm able to just click with it instantly, but like the so like French, Spanish, Italian, I find those so hard.
Oh yeah, I mean German's more. It's closer to English with its roots than the Latin-based Mediterranean languages, and French, I guess. But I get most of them Latin-based, but you know what I mean. It's a little bit
Couple more
one
what
step
ifs we've
further
got.
away.
So we've got interactions between freedom fighters and the Transformers.
Let's do hair.
It would pretty much just be the Transformers fighting each other, with the freedom fighters and Robotic being underfoot.
Though he'd
Because let's face it, outside of Sonic, there's not a lot the rest of the freedom fighters could really do to help against Megatron, and Robotnik's robotic technology would be nothing compared to Cybertronian tech. So just imagine the Transformers as it was, but instead of humans, replace it with Mobians. There you go.
Though I can imagine Dr. Robotnik capturing one of the smaller characters and learning the technology. He's got an IQ of 300. Should be some good use.
Can you imagine how depressed he'd be? Though it's like, oh yes, I'm like the foremost genius of robot technology in the entire universe, and now there's these guys. Oh.
I just take it as a challenge. But yeah, he's got a giant ego. So, oops, this is getting a bit weird. Starting to go wobbly lines. My computer doesn't like melting, surprisingly.
It's a habit I need to get out of. Zooming in. I need to spend more time. I mean, I spend so much time like zooming into the canvas to like correct lines. I really do need to spend more time just zoomed out.
Oh, I can't.
So are you using?
What happens when I zoom out? The line just goes really weird. I guess.
Oh, it goes kind of crunchy, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. And I've got smoother on. I want to. I'm gonna move Fiona over to the left a bit. Oops. There we go. Not Fiona.
So do you use a screen? Do you use a screen tablet, or are you on the Intuos type of
on the
tablets?
Intuos, I wouldn't have any problems. I'm using Microsoft Surface Book 2, and it's got a screen, a touch screen. So you know, I have to wear a glove and something under my glove, so I don't press all the buttons when I'm drawing.
Do you know, I have the same thing, even though on the iPad I have the palm projection thing turned on. It's still like, nah, mate, we could sense all of your hand.
Yeah.
So get that nice sweaty lycra glove on in the dead of summer.
Yeah. Good fun.
This is a question for you, Keith. Did you ever take sequential art at school?
Comic stuff? No, I did. What, like high school? Senior school? Or
I'm assuming so.
university?
Or college, or...
I went to university, did animation production.
See, I'm not sure that sequential art has ever been a subject taught in UK schools.
Yeah, you just go to like an illustration course, don't you?
Yeah, and even then they don't usually teach... I mean, unless you're specifically gunning for something like storyboarding, you would have to go for animation, but if you were going into an illustration class, they usually don't look favourably upon, like, comic art. It's kind of kind of still looked down upon.
Really?
So whereas in the US you can go specifically into like certain colleges to specifically learn the craft of comic making, there's nothing really like that in the UK. So you can go for animation or games design where that with that style of drawing discipline might be taught alongside what it as like a complement to whatever it is you're working at, but you would never be able to pick up a course that is sequential art or comic art or anything like that. With that kind of stuff, you'd have to, go online and take your chances with, online courses.
Yeah.
Russell, thanks for turning up.
Well, I've still got quite a few people in the chat. Well, 15, but they're very vocal, which is great.
I'll take 15 vocal over 120 silent any day of the week.
Yeah, definitely. I'm really happy with this group of fans. They're very involved.
Ooh, we've got another what if freedom fighters plus Ed, and Eddie. That'd be a weird combination.
Yeah.
And for one thing, you don't really have any like antagonists to that show. It's all just kids, isn't it? So they'd all be a knothole. God, can you imagine Ed Single D running off with a power ring in his mouth? Because he'd be hanging around animals all day. He'd be wanting to try to act like one. Would think he's a dog or something.
God, yeah. The tall, dumb one, I imagine, you're talking about.
Yeah, Single D.
Single D.
And you get.
I have no idea. I can't remember which. Wait, wasn't Eddie the leader and Ed with the double D the guy with the cap on, the triangle?
He was the smart one, yeah.
Okay.
I can just imagine was this big, bossy old Sarah trying to have her way, and like Sally just being like, "Nope, that ain't happening." Favorite Saturday episode?
I've had this one.
Yeah, we get it pretty much every stream.
Yeah. Let's see. So change it up a bit.
I'm not. My favourite will always be the original, the first ever episode, not the pilot.
Yeah.
Heads or Tails? No, Heads or Tails was the
Boom.
pilot. Sonic Boom was the original one. First ever pilot. That will always be my favourite.
My son loves Subsonic, where they go into the swamp area and check out why the water's gone weird.
Oh yeah.
And it's because he likes the giant snake robots. He keeps asking for them. And he sings the intro. Haha. He's got a good voice, unlike his daddy.
You've got him. Excellent. He's hooked. He's ours now. Oh yeah, just so you guys know, it was wonderful to find out that when Keith was watching the 30th anniversary concert with his son was singing "Fastest Thing Alive" instead of listening to the actual orchestra.
I might have indoctrinated him.
One of us, one of us. How hard is it to animate hair?
Not hard, I'm just making it look much more difficult than it is.
I suppose it depends on the kind of hair. I mean, if it's a ponytail type thing, I can imagine that's quite simple because it's quite the shape itself, that kind of fish type shape. Yeah, I don't know how to describe that kind of shape, but that just moving around, that undulating, seems a lot easier than if you were trying to do like free flowing hair, for example.
Yeah, luckily it all goes together, but you kind of have to break it into three-dimensional shapes and sections. Then you colour them all different sections that you do in Japan. I don't know, all sorts. Yeah, that would be difficult.
We get a lot of what ifs today, aren't we? Freedom Fighters and the Avengers this time. Out of curiosity, I mean, this is one for you Archie fans out there, because I mean, again, I've not read the series, but I remember someone telling me later on in the series, didn't they turn Rota into like Iron Man or something?
Might have to export this. I can't see it properly. Right. Export. Movie. Let's just do it here so that. Desktop. JPEG sequence. I don't want a sequence.
She grooving.
She grooving. Let me see. Oh, that's probably why it's going slow. Let me dance. What's this? Swift file. Ooh, ooh, whoa. Oh, something about I don't like. Something's too jerky. Don't like her right arm. It's a bit weird.
Iron Walrus. Wow, I'm very close to home with that. I'm not even trying to hide it with that one. So was that a newer edition, or was that one of the whole Ken Penders thing? Because I know Ken likes to take from like Star Wars, Star Trek, and you know the earlier X-Men things. So was that a Ken Penders thing, or is that one of the newest stuff? Because they're all kind of like debilitating injury that can only be brought back into the fight by using a powered armor. That's very, very on the nose there. That's not even trying to hide it. Kind of reminds me what I'm trying to remember where I saw it. It was one of those panels from Archie where it's got Knack the Weasel. He's quite clearly in the Millennium Falcon. It's like not even trying to hide it.
Archie? Or
Yeah, because I was just asking Rotalus there, but apparently they turned Rota into like Iron Man. So they gave him a debilitating injury, much like with Tony Stark at his heart, or in this case it was Rota in his back. So they have to build him an Iron Walrus suit to get him back in the fight. It's like, yeah, very, very on the nose there, guys. You're not even trying to hide your inspiration, and that kind of strikes me the kind of thing Mr. Penders would do with his whole, yes, this is our own unique starship, the Centennial Kestrel. Yeah.
oh, that's good.
Oh right, it was before the reboot. Apparently that was Ian Flynn. Oh dear, Mr. Flynn, shameful sir, shameful. Oh, it was the Iron Rota, not the Iron Walrus. But then again, I can't really slam it too hard because they essentially had the same thing in Fleetway with Short Fuse, the Cyberneck. That was essentially just a dude in a suit.
Well, yeah, but
He just couldn't get out of it. That's what I need to do. I need to do a doodle of Short Fuse next to this techno.
you do. I need to see your Short Fuse, the Cyberneck squirrel. I was so disappointed with what you looked like when he came out of the suit, though. That one episode.
Yeah, he was just like Ricky, didn't he?
Yeah. So, get robusticized again. No one likes you anymore. Poor guy.
I did love it. Was it you who linked that comic strip with the whole
Yeah.
how on earth did you find me? Well, it's like bitch into the GPS and your name came right up. Reminds me, I've not checked out Fleetway Online recently, the Sonic the Comic Online stuff, see how they're doing. So I think they released a new issue recently.
Really? Yeah, I like their stuff. I mean, I know they got Rich Nelson and Nigel Kitchen, or Nigel Dobbin, not Kitchen, Dobbin, involved with some covers, which is pretty cool.
Oh, I'm trying to remember who it was now. I cannot remember the man's name. The man who invented techno. Breaker has met them once before at a convention.
Seriously?
And he's vowed to haul along the knothole design we did for techno just to get him to sign it. Once conventions start up again in this country, it's like, oh man, that'd be awesome.
Oh yeah. Wow. Oh, please do post that. See? Okay. Give me a sec. Keep them
Yeah, sure. I'll answer some of these more what ifs.
entertained. I'm just going-
Antoine is kind of similar to Shaggy, as they're both scared easily. Yeah, he pretty much falls into that whole scaredy cat archetype. There was an awful lot of them back in like the early 80s, early 90s kind of cartoon characters. He's very similar to your Cringer, your Snarf, that kind of thing. He was there for the comic relief. He was there to make everyone else look much, much braver. Freedom Fighters and the X-Men. That'd be an interesting one. Especially if you were then to port in other stuff from the X-Men's world, like I can imagine Robotnik, augmenting the SWAT bots with like Sentinel tech. That would be quite cool. It would essentially be kind of Age of Apocalypse-esque, really, wouldn't it? Because you've essentially got that kind of wrecked world with the one big overlord, and them all trying to fight against it. Although, quite frankly, it would be a bit unfair if you had Magneto being put onto the field, especially if he's against Robotnik, because everything in this made out of metal. Wouldn't be much of a contest.
Hello. Hello, lovelies.
Hello. They copied the Cybernik idea when they put Bunny Buns Rabot's Omega Care Unit? What? They ripped off Short Fuse? How dare they?
Who ripped off? Archie.
Apparently, yeah. They copied the Cybernik idea when they put Alt Bunny Buns Rabot Omega Care Unit. I don't know what those words mean, but
They mean something.
Omega Care Unit. Drawing a blank on that one. I'll have to look that one up. To the Google machine! Sorry if you hear mad typing, I have a nice clicky clack keyboard right behind the microphone. Bunny Buns Rebel.
Clickety clack, clickety clack.
Yes. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, she's piloting E123 Omega.
Let me see. What's it called? What am I looking for?
If you just type Bunny Buns Rabot into Google, there's like one of the first hits you get is like a 3D model of her piloting a.
I'm not sure I want to
Like
see
a-
her buns, but
It's like a teal coloured Omega.
sorry, my
She's driving it.
Google thought it would be smart and correct it to Bunny Bunch Rabbit.
Thank you, Google.
Yes. Oh,
That's pretty
okay. Oh, yeah. A blue cyan, or turquoise, or whatever.
Light blue.
Omega. Light blue. It's actually
Do you
quite
prefer
cool.
Sonic's Satire Mohawk or the style from the CD animation OVA? Oh god, that is a terrible thing to ask because you're basically talking about my two favourite versions of Sonic there. I love the Junio CD animation version of Sonic. But in the same vein, I've recently grown a bit more of an appreciation for the Mohawk design within the last year. Just because it was so phased out and so pushed back against from the, when they started to move more into the modern design of Sonic, that it just kind of has this nostalgic twang for me. There's just something about it that I really, really enjoy drawing. But in terms of like a pure aesthetic for Sonic, I would probably fall back on the Junio CD one every single time. Like, if I could only ever have one Sonic for the rest of my life, it would probably be the Junio one.
Yeah, I've got a similar feeling about that too. I have no idea how I draw Sonic if I was given my own freedom. All I've been doing is copying styles, especially with Saturn.
Well, when I started trying to do the whole Knot-Hole thing, I mean, this was back in 2006. The original design that came out of it was literally trying to meld Sat-AM with Junio. So if you can kind of imagine like the Sat-AM muzzle, but with like the Junio style quills and the less noodly armed but stockier proportions of Sat-AM Sonic.
Wait, let me see if I can draw that from the description. Like, go again.
God.
What's it look
Okay,
like?
so right, imagine if you will.
Yes, got to do a circle.
Sat-AM Sonic's stockier proportions, so the Sat-AM Sonic body. Then you get up to the head, and you have the Sat-AM styled muzzle, but with the Junio styled quills. Will I Am Mean be in Season 3? Well, I Am Mean's essentially Lazar, isn't he? So I couldn't say. That'd be spoilers. Although the question remains is, was it possible for Lazar to come back? Because didn't he essentially blow himself? Well, he didn't blow himself up, but he vanished, didn't he?
What about the
Yeah.
What about the eyes? Sorry.
The eyes, I went with the Junio style of the, one slightly bigger than the other. Although, admittedly, my original design was a hell of a lot more. I was just really, really overly stylized because I was still back. Oh no, you got to have the. You have to have the thicker arms, thicker limbs.
Oh, I thought you wanted the noodle arms.
Oh no, it's got to be the thicker limbs. Like I said, it's got like Sat-AM Sonic's like proportions. His so like the arms and legs are stockier.
Sorry. Yeah.
I think Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog Sonic is the best. He's certainly trippy, I'll give him that much.
Oh, I love that design when it came out.
Was there that much difference between that and Sat-AM one? I'm going to have to go back and look at it because I mean, I thought it was the exact same design.
Sonic Adventure, sorry. Which one?
Oh no,
Sonic
no,
Underground?
Adventures off. Adventures off.
Sonic Underground looks very flat. They kind of do the whole painting the muzzle on type thing.
Yeah, it's just a perfect sphere and they've kind of like just glued it on. It looks weird.
Yeah. I don't know. Is that
How would it
more or less?
What? I could show you. I'll send you over the version I originally did because it was dredged up. Like I said, heavily stylized. So bear with it. If I can pull it up. There he is.
Anyway, I'll get rid of that Sonic. My character came out dead.
There you go.
Let me see. No one else can see this, just me. Mwahaha.
No one else can see it. No, just you.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah. Very.
She's got like the Junior quills. Well, that was an attempt at the Sat-AM muzzle back in the day.
Oh yeah. Cool. Yeah. That's very nice. I think I remember seeing that picture actually once.
It's been floating around since 2006, so. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised how many people hate the Sat-AM design. Like I said, there was a massive pushback once like modern Sonic started to come around to people who just really didn't like the Mohawk design. I mean, even back when Greg Martin was originally like illustrating it, people were saying it felt like he just like had cardboard spikes glued onto his head. I mean, for me, the Mohawk was always. I just felt it wasn't handled very well. Like, if you really wanted to make it look like, if they made it look more like it was an actual hairstyle choice rather than just something stuck onto his head, it would have worked better. But for animation standpoint, the Mohawk I can see being much easier to animate back in the early days, because it's not like the guys over at Dick wouldn't have had like access to like the original promotional material and wouldn't have seen like, oh, this is how the quills are supposed to look, but this is how Greg Martin's done it, and this is how the American audience knows it, so Which one do we want to go with? Well, this one's probably easy to animate. Or something, I don't know.
Yes. I don't know. It would be easier to animate because you can always do the whole. You might need a bit more skill to draw a decent head in any angle. The Mickey Mouse style, always the same perspective. Not perspective. So the angle of spikes rather than, changing spikes, rotating. I don't know. It's just, it's a bit weird when it looks like a.
So it's a lot easier to do that with the mohawks. It's it's kind of a straight on thing, more or less.
Yeah, like a piece of paper.
Which is probably what most people had issues with. It's one of the reasons why when we started at least when we were doing Knothole, when we decided to bring the mohawk back into it, we decided to again merge in elements of the Junio style one. So if you were to look at him straight on, how he looked in the show with that single shark fin coming out, it's we didn't want that, so we went with the whole concept of having the Junio style of all the quills going in one direction.
Yeah, I like that. Makes sense.
Bit of speedy.
I prefer that.
I think we're only going to run for another 10 minutes, by the way, guys, because then Mr. Keith has things to do, and I imagine most of you lot are falling asleep at your keyboards.
Not so much to do with the time, but more listening to two boring Brits talking about. I don't know what we're talking about. Technical.
Everything
sonic
and everything.
spikes.
Arsene Hall says he thinks that it had something to do with the buzzsaw design. Actually, Arsene, I think it more came out of the box art that Greg Martin originally illustrated. That was how the American audience would have known Sonic from the box art, so that's probably what they expected when they started to see a TV series. The fact that it turned neatly into the buzzsaw just probably helped. Because I imagine if they'd gone with, say, if the Junio Sonic or the original Japanese Sonic had been the only one going forward, I imagine they probably would have gone with the more ball-shaped buzzsaw type thing. I don't know, really, it's all spitballing, isn't it? Works very well for a cartoon, though, yeah. How would an interaction between the Freedom Fighters and the Joker go if Joker kidnapped Tails? I wouldn't want to think about that because I've seen what happens when the Joker kidnaps people. It doesn't end well.
Yeah, he's not.
If you've ever read, which one is it? Is it The Killing Joke? Where he gets his hands on Barbara Gordon? Yeah, that didn't end well.
I haven't read that, but that's supposed to be a good one to read.
It is. I may be getting the title wrong, but I think it's The Killing Joke. So that's a bit grim for old Sat.AM, I think, even by Sat.AM standards.
Yeah. That's into the realms of not fit for children.
Very much so. Funny, really, considering how many kids' TV shows involving the Joker there've been over the years. You go from all the cartoon versions where you have Mark Hamill voicing him, and then you have the original Adam West version of the character. Then you have the Jack Nicholson, you have the Heath Ledger. There's been so many different iterations of the character.
Yeah.
So I suppose it begs the question: which Joker are you talking about? Because if you're talking about the one from the comics, then yeah, that's probably a really bad situation waiting to happen.
1960s show.
Adam West one, yeah, the Adam West one, well, you know exactly what's going to happen with that. It's just going to enter the dance competition. Unfortunately, Matt, whilst you would love to watch us all day, I don't think my voice is going to carry on, is going to hold out if I talk all day, and I'm fairly certain Keith's arm will snap off.
I'll just finish this hair and see how that looks. No, I could carry on. But yeah.
Don't give him ideas.
No.
He's in Italy, he has to go to Mass.
Did you get an Irish accent just then?
Yes, I did.
God, I love Mass.
He's got to go to Mass, don't you know, children? He's a good Catholic boy, isn't he?
Guess we'll go into Craggy Island accents.
You know what? When I was working in the coffee shop, one of my colleagues was. I have to preface this to first off.
Yeah, sure.
She was a very staunch Irish Catholic lesbian. Let that sink in.
Okay, yeah. Yep.
Exactly.
I understand. Yeah.
She kept saying, one of these days we are so going to have to go to, because there is actually one of these, it's called Cragfest. They have a Father Ted convention held on Craggy Island every year.
Craggy Island
And apparently
doesn't
it
exist,
freaks
does it?
out tourists when a bunch of people dressed up like priests and nuns just rock up on the island.
Wait. But does Craggy Island actually exist? I thought they did.
Not in the name Craggy Island, but the place where it was filmed.
Oh, okay.
And I just remember to go like, oh well, when we go to it, you've totally got to dress up as Father Dick Teasel. I'm like, you go to hell.
Should we all be racist now, Father?
I heard you're racist now, Father.
Should we all be racist?
Although now I'm lamenting the chance I didn't get the chance to sing My Lovely Horse for Chief.
That was a good opportunity. You missed it.
Hello, MC Gemstone. You caught us right at the tail end there, love.
The ponytail end.
Da 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 da.
That's all, folks.
When will the next stream be? Arson, we're planning on hosting at least this is the plan at least. We're planning to host a stream at least once a month within the first to second Saturday, depending on when it happens. It's just trying to make sure that we have the people we want to be able to.
Yeah.
It's depending on what kind of stream we want to do. So it's looking more like the second Saturday, because we'd like to be able to mix things up for you guys and maybe steal Nesta, who does all the music, get him to maybe do a stream for you guys, or maybe get some of the voice actors back in to answer more questions. I mean, for myself, I want to be selfish and get the background artists like Carlos and Sienna, get them to chat. So we'd like to mix things up. So it's depending on who we can get, but ideally we're looking at either the first or second Saturday each month.
There we go. It's a bit clunky, but
it was wonderful.
Thank you.
There you go, guys. You got Mina having a little dance to you.
Da 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 da. Where's the background? The background is this one. And then we'll get rid of this one, and then we'll have Mina dancing.
And keep rewinding the music. Yeah, Matt, that was the conundrum she faced with herself, but I digress. She evidently found a way. And she was absolutely lovely. An absolute blast to work with.
Who's this now?
My old colleague, the Irish Catholic lesbian.
Oh, yeah.
She was absolutely fantastic. Loved it to pieces. Yes, as Matt says, donate to the Patreon! Sign up for our Instagram and sign up on Twitter and follow us here on YouTube and all the jazz, and come to our Discord. We sometimes have cookies, and I sometimes play Sonic Adventure badly.
Yeah, that's always worth a laugh. But it's not
Pretty
actually
much.
that bad.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've got line pull backseat gaming.
Yeah, we're just very harsh on him, so we can.
It's good laugh. The whole gag with that one is the fact that I had never played a 3D Sonic game before in my life, so I thought I'd start with Sonic Adventure 1. So I've been finding new and interesting ways to break the game by being bad at it. But yeah, guys, thanks for coming along. Once again, if you want to subscribe to the Patreon, head on over to patreon.com/season3 with 3. We have the Twitter, Team Season 3. We also have Instagram now, instagram.com/season3, I think it is. And yeah, if you want to follow us over on Discord, links are available on the Patreon and on the Twitter as well. Yeah, man, if you want to drop a Discord link, that would be absolutely cool. But thank you all very much for coming. Thanks for listening to me and Keith ramble on for like the past hour and a bit. And hopefully next time we do a stream we can get it up and running at least half an hour earlier so you can talk to the more interesting members of the staff.
Yeah, it was a pleasure. I'm sorry you had to see me struggle to think of movement and stuff and speaking. I blame it on the vaccine. Just had the second dose yesterday, so...
Easy to go sleep it off now.
Yeah. Well, no, I've got to wake up my kids up. I'm making pancakes. Or something.
Man. Now I'm hungry. That's a good point. It's 8 o'clock. You haven't got me breakfast. Excellent.
Awesome.
Thanks for coming, guys.
See ya.